What's going on, everybody? How you guys doing today? This is Moz coming to you with another episode of Moz's Toy Box. This is our toy photography talk, and today we got Harold back in the house. It's so good to have him back. Let's get everybody in here, and I gotta unmute them first. Otherwise, they're gonna come in here and not being able to say anything, and they'll be crazy. What's up, Harold?
Hey, not much. Doing good, man. Doing good. Happy to be back on.
Dude, it's been a sad time.
Poppin' people.
There's Loco Lu. Loco Lu, Harold, everybody in the house. Awesome. Harold, dude, you have been on fire lately with your photography, man. You have been on fire.
Thank you. Yeah, no, I mean, it's finally, I think, probably the last, I'd say half dozen of them that I've kind of not nitpicked them apart myself, because after I even send them to you, I'm like, yeah, I know, I can see. I can see what I did wrong. It's fine, but I kind of feel like I'm kind of making that turn, especially with the lighting. I need to work on posing and taking time setting up things and stuff like that, but I feel a little bit better about my lighting, and especially those last 2 or 3.
Oh yeah, your lighting's been on point lately. I almost forgot though. Let's say hi to everybody who's here.
Yes.
Yeah. Let's say hi to everybody who's here, man. Noble Young, always the first one in here. Hello, how you doing? Yo, Adrian, what's up? How you doing? And Exotic Carfax, also in here today. Great crew. We got some other people that haven't, they're too shy to talk right now. It's cool, but Lou, what are you doing?
I just got my foot soldiers from the Ninja Turtles team Power Ranger crossover. So basically it's Tommy Oliver. So I got me a couple of extra ones because now I got the full set. So I bought me some more foot soldiers. So
nice. Exotic Carfax is asking if we're going to talk spoilers on the latest Cad Bane release or what. We will in a moment, but first let's take a look at this fire of Anakin that Harold's got here. And while we're doing that, I'm gonna go grab something and flip it. I gotta flip it real quick. So Harold, man. Let's take a look at your Anakin.
Yeah, this is something that I probably would have passed on any other time, but then I had seen people posting about it, and it was I couldn't let it go. So no, I mean, it's just the costuming and everything is just unique. The colors, and obviously on this screen it does not do it justice, but no, it's amazing.
Yeah, bro, I got mines on payment plan, so I'll be having mines coming in the next couple of months.
Cool.
Yeah, my first Jedi, I wanted it to be Yoda, but right next to Yoda is Annie, bro, especially from Clone Wars. That was my show, bro. That was my show.
Well, see, I've always liked Revenge of the Sith, and the Anakin was my first hot toy. So I've always that's had a special place in my heart as my favorite one. But after seeing this one side by side with them, it's this one is way above that one now.
And me, I don't really care for Anakin at all, but I've just put in an order for him as a birthday present to myself.
Nice.
I got the Anakin on Stap coming, the exclusive edition, which is we already went over that in the pre-show. But Anakin, what's going on? How you doing?
Hey, what's up?
Hey.
But what's gonna be interesting with the Anakin is whether or not I can take parts and use them with the sideshow Anakin. I wonder if I'll be able to mix and match. I'm hoping I can, because that'd be really awesome to build the ultimate Anakin. The ultimate Anakin. So we'll find out.
That'll be dope.
Right? I'm so sweet to myself. Oh well. No, we can thank my wife. She helped me out immensely with that. So.
Oh yeah. Thanks to the missus. Thanks to the missus.
Thanks to the missus. And we're also picking up the classic suit Spider-Man this week when I go pick up Darth Maul. So.
Oh yes, I have
another great figure.
But Exotic Carfax is asking spoilers. I mean, right now we're gonna talk about a few toys things because a lot has happened, and then we're gonna get into the photography, guys. So bear with us if you're here just for photography. But Hot Toys has been dropping fire. They just dropped. Finally, they said, "Hey, you can buy your very own Cad Bane." And as soon as Sideshow put that up, I said, "Deluxe edition. Gimme. And I don't usually do that anymore. In fact, Finnick, I haven't even ordered yet. But Cad Bane, I was like, gimme.
And those deluxe editions, you can make some money on Toto. You could just split that up if you wanted to.
I want my little dog. You can't have my little dog.
No. If you if you bought multiple ones, you could probably part it out because a lot of people have it in 2 different displays, like with the Clone Wars display and a Book of Boba display, whatever. Yeah.
I'm not.
He's a twofer. He's a twofer, definitely.
I don't think I'm buying the Boba Fett though. I got Boba Fett on Throne coming. I don't feel the need to buy the new Boba Fett. I got the 2-pack, so I have a gaffy stick.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, what am I really getting if I buy the other one? The pants and the different belts? I mean,
pants, different belt, and I think it's a different gun. Don't he has a different rifle?
I think so. Yeah. Yeah, it is a little bit different.
No, the Boba Fett on Throne's got the rifle.
That's right.
He's got the
because
rifle
does he have? Oh, he has both rifles. Okay.
Because the 2-pack, he only has the pistol.
Yeah. But you know, I always just if I need the rifle for my 2-pack one, I just pull it off my 40th anniversary Boba Fett. I'm just like, here, give me the rifle.
Right. Yep.
That's fine. Harold, man, let's take a look at some of your shots this week, man. Because I don't want to get stuck too much on toys. Let's see how Instagram wants to behave today. First of all, because I haven't even looked. I don't want to jinx anything, you know.
Well, I only had 2 of them show up in the hashtag because that's what my problem has been. And I talked to Figurastic Park about it too. And I know with the new algorithm, he said there's people that they're trying to promote new things, so you don't even see people in your feed that you want to follow. Essentially, is what it's doing. It's trying to promote new, different things like cat videos and whatever else. So I don't know. But yeah.
Yo, Adrian says OG fan just entered the chat. But yeah,
OG.
The algorithm is all kinds of broken. In fact, you guys follow Terry Smith, you know, formerly, I don't think he still is full-time with Sci-Fi. He said he dropped Instagram. So
he's still there. It's still there. Terry Smith shot this is his Instagram, and it's still active, but he probably just will stop posting. Yeah.
But I can't do that. I mean, I kind of want to, but I need another place, you know, somewhere else to go.
Mm-hmm.
And people were like, go to Twitter, and I've never liked Twitter, so I don't know what to do. I got a couple of pictures. Yeah, right. I got a couple of pictures that showed up in Toy Moz, and we're gonna go over these real quick. So let me bring that up, and then we'll see if Invader Moz. I think what we're gonna do though to circumvent all of this in the future is we're just gonna have everybody tag me. So just in somewhere just at Moz_Toybox, and that way I'll be able to look at my tags and be able to look at everybody's stuff, because I think that's going to be the surefire way to not get screwed by the hashtag system.
Because
as long as you do the @_, I mean, I'll see it. It'll be in my tag list. I don't think you can hide it. But there are other users that sometimes just tag me. So still use the hashtag with the tag, just so I can see in there that this picture is one that I'm supposed to critique with the guys. You know, because you're just tagging me because you want me to see it, that's a whole nother thing, and you might not appreciate that we critique it. I don't know. Not everybody is able to handle that. But here's the first one. This is under Toy Moz. So this one came up. This is under the top though. It's not under recent. This is how broken their hashtags are right now. Quanar 52, and we got the Mud Trooper, Hot Toys Mud Trooper. Harold, we haven't had you here in a while. What are your thoughts?
Oh, shoot. As far as the photo, I would say just probably, I mean, the lighting looks really good around it. I like that lighting in the background. It's probably just softening the light on his face, more or less to kind of just give it a little bit more depth, like in shadows, like around his nose and the side of his face and stuff like that. So, yeah,
his point of light is somewhere around here, so it's hitting this side of the face first and falling off to this side, but it seems a bit bright for this face. I'm with you on that. What do you think, Lou? You got any thoughts?
Hold on. Doing daddy.
I know you're trying to juggle the little one too, so if you don't have time, that's fine.
Yeah, this is pretty cool. This is I like this, but I don't know. I can't put my finger on it. I don't think it's the lighting. Maybe it's the angle. Could be the angle. Maybe if the angle was a little bit lower, so just a tad lower, I could see
the camera angle coming from the bottom of it more.
Yeah, just like it looks like it's a angled up overhead kind of like, you know, like I'm trying to look into his eyes and I can't really see his eyes. You know what I mean? In a sense. Well, that's also because I'm looking through a phone. So,
All right.
yeah,
I think his face is a little blown out, to be honest with you. It's a little too hot on his face, which is washing out a lot of the shadows that would be made from the structure of the sculpt itself. And I think that's really what's hurting this the most. Otherwise, I mean, the one in the back, he looks lit really well, but you know, the foreground, you know, actual Solo and the Mud Trooper, he's a little, I think, overexposed in the face, just causing you to lose any of the details in his face.
But I like the red lighting in the back because it reminds me of that moment on the battlefield too, like with the explosions and everything around him. So I like that.
And it does a good job. But also, it's your answer to the rim light that I always complain about. It's separating them from the background. It's not a harsh rim, but it is separating them from the background. So, Lou, I didn't have to say it this time. I'm sure you're happy.
Lou, I'm gonna make us some T-shirts to wear that says "Don't forget the rim light."
Don't forget the rim lights. Yep, that's
Yo, Adrian. Yo, Adrian saying, in light of the whole hashtag debacle, he says, next episode, we're going to have to hashtag our social security numbers. No, I think what we'll do, though, is we'll put in the description something later to just, you know, tag me and then also put the hashtag so I know it's okay to talk about it on the show. That's going to be the easiest way because I'll see the tag and then I can go dig in deeper for the hashtag. Docinator, what's up, man? How you doing today? Awesome, hey, dude. I'm so jealous you got your Ahsoka. I'm still waiting on mine. Maul I get this week. Spider-Man I'm getting this week, and Anakin on Stap and the Transport Trooper I should get next week. So.
Nice.
And Commander Green, what's up, man? How you doing? Oh.
Yep.
All right, so let's move on to the next shot here. We got here we go, man. This is fire, dude. You put this one up today, and I was like, wow.
This morning, yeah. Thank you.
The lighting is on point. You got as you mentioned it, and I did notice it to you before you mentioned it, you got the reflection of the Stormtrooper in the visor, which is awesome.
That's what you call a happy accident, though, because I didn't even realize that until after I was editing it on my MacBook, and I zoomed in really tight, and I was like, "Oh, well, okay, that's cool. All right, didn't expect that." So, yep.
So, and behind that's your DTOS, right? That's what the backlighting is. I think that works so great where you have that bokeh. It looks like, you know, some kind of scene back there, and it's not just your DTOS, which I love it. Lou, you got anything you want to comment on this? Well, I'm gonna put it on the full screen while you guys talk about it, and go check out my print real quick.
What can I say, man? I'm gonna have to steal a line from Nate, man. It's perfection, bro.
Thanks, man.
Dude, that right there is fire. Oh, and I know we did this backstage, but I'm gonna say it like now, bro. Thank you. That was a great gesture you did at Geeking Out. For me.
No, you're welcome, man. You're welcome.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
No, like I said, I appreciate you, and I mean, obviously, there's a ton of people out there, but you put in the time, and you're with everybody, and talk to everybody, no matter whose chat you're in or whose stream you're on, and so just kind of a thank you. So
thank you, bro. Like, yeah. This is the community that should teach other people how to kind of behave. Granted, it could get toxic sometimes, but those are the people that usually get weeded out, you know, in time. As long as people are willing to how can I say this? Just enjoy what we're collecting, and then, you know, when we talk about the medium that it comes from, then that's a different topic altogether, because it's not a toy, you know what I mean? Because the toy itself could be a representation of something, but if you love the toy, then you love the toy. And
absolutely.
art is art. So
I'm gonna have to run this back into my cure station, but I'm gonna show you this real quick while I'm doing this. And so as you see down here, I got my Terminator here. And what I just got done was running these through my 3D printer. So I made a couple extras.
Oh, wow. Nice.
So I can make them dual wielding, because he only comes with one. But I got to run it back through the curing station. They're still a little tacky.
Yeah, I need one of those piles of skulls, Maz. I need one of those.
You
Where's
mean
the order form,
the
Mom?
VAT
Come on.
sucker, the VAT sucker 4000? Because this thing just sucks away all my resin.
Yeah, I need to get one of those pals, not all of them, just one.
Yeah.
And,
Well, this is the oversized. This is the wrong scale one. These were supposed to be 1/6. They're too big, so that's why I didn't bother to paint these.
Well,
But-
but you can use it as whatchamacallit. You have you don't have Ant-Man. I'm trying to think of no. There's a way you could use those big oversized skulls, man.
I'm sure I can. I can make maybe like some kind of giant thing, especially with my Kratos that I pulled out now. If I can just find a figure that's a giant, that could work.
Dude, Mythic Legions.
Yeah, I don't know if I have the money to buy those figures though.
You just need one. You just need one. If you're gonna do anything with Kratos and a giant, you just need one.
I'm putting this back on the printer.
Yeah.
Oh, why do you got to put it on me? Come on.
Because I don't have a face on right now. My daughter's climbing on top of me. Oh, baby, you heavy.
Here, I'll have Anakin block me out.
Come on. Hold up, baby. Come here. Since you want to come say in my ear. Say like, share, comment, subscribe.
And there we go. She's a pro.
Yeah,
she is a pro.
No, baby, go sit down. Hold on. Gotta be a dad for a moment.
I'm coming up. I'm coming. Had to get all my stuff ready because I'm not prepared. All right, so Lou, this is the 1/6 scale ones. These are the ones I painted.
Okay, so that's the one you send it to me, right?
Aha. Let's see, this is the wrong scale. This is the 1/6 scale. And then,
I like
as you may have seen in the backstage shot that I gave you.
Oh
no!
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I have one of those. Oh, I have two.
Well, I painted that myself. Come on.
Yeah.
Focus.
There you go. Oh, as soon as you moved your hand, it went away.
Yeah, I know. I'm looking for my
you're
light.
good now.
You're good. It's focused. Oh,
you moved.
He needed a rim light. That's what it is. He needed a rim light.
No, now it's too bright.
There you go.
There you go.
Yeah, I painted that myself, and I used it in the shot that I'm posting tomorrow. I got this from Chris, though, because he's got a good file for it. So. All right, sorry about that, guys. This is a sidetrack. We're talking about
you're all good.
Stuff, which has turned into a huge thing when it comes to my photography. Bidican, H Green, how is Anakin Clone Wars? I need it, but I can't afford it right now as it's only on Sideshow, so we'll need to pay import and that crap. Oh, damn.
I mean, as far as I'm concerned, it's a must. So, I just, if you don't have any other version of him, I wouldn't pass up on him, because I mean, obviously, it's a potential that they could end up re-releasing one of the other ones. But it's a solid figure. It's well worth it.
Sorry, I'm just fixing my fallen over dude here.
These Turtle Power Ranger figures are some of my favorite Power Ranger figures right now.
You and your Power Rangers, man, I tell you.
It's Power Rangers crossover turtles. Like Shredder is the Green Ranger, dude. Talking about green with evil, bro. That's a badass Shredder, man.
Those are cool figures.
I'm just saying 3-0. Make the crossover, please. You're already giving us Power Rangers. Make the crossover. All right, give me these in 6 scale. Oh man, you gotta buy her here. You gotta buy her.
All right. Well, we're going back to Harold's post here. Now, Harold, there is one small critique I want to make with this, and it's not with the picture, it's the pose. Can you see where I'm going to go with the pose?
Probably with his arm.
See the pose.
Yeah, his arm with the shoulder lined up like that. It's not. It doesn't look right. I don't know.
Right.
Well,
what, Lou?
I've seen him shoot a gun with his arm bent, but not. I remember in the first episode when he shoots the other guy and he dodges the shot and shoots the other guy down. It's like a quick draw shot, so it's not a straight
Well, yeah, when you
shot,
quick
so-
draw, you keep it down by where you pull it from. So that's the whole rule with the quick draw.
And
You
I'm
don't
just
pull it all
trying
the
to-
way out and like that.
Yeah, but I'm trying to remember if he's ever done that before. Maybe on did he do that to IG 11?
Well, it's not the elbow crunch that's bothering me. It's just the way the shoulder is faced.
Well, and even
it's
that,
just
like
the way his torso / shoulder is faced with his head.
that could be a simple fix, is just unvelcro it and just kind of move it to the side a little bit.
Something.
So
I
it-
mean,
so
like I
yeah,
said,
it's
it's
just so it
very
turns it away.
nitpicky. There's nothing
Right.
wrong with the lighting or anything I would really go on. It's just if I had to find something, which I do.
You always do.
That's fine. That's your job.
Um,
It's not a problem. That's
But
why
the
I got
lighting
it
is
there.
on point, man. The lighting is on point. I love it. I love the lighting.
The only thing I had to do with the lighting is the yellow reflection in his visor with the panel light. You could see each individual LED, so I had to take
Mhm.
my clone stamp and just kind of blend it out a little bit just to get rid of that, so it's more of like a solid blur.
Next time
So-
you want to do that, you can also try pointing the light at a bounce card first.
Oh, okay, right,
White or tinfoil covered piece of cardboard or something to just,
right.
so it basically would just help diffuse the light more, so you don't have to go in there in Photoshop and get that diffused.
Or-
light. You can-
Or even just put something over the light itself,
Yeah.
like a diffuser of some kind. Yeah,
yeah.
Just something
Worst
like
case
frosting.
scenario, like a piece of tissue.
right,
So,
right. Cool.
let's see what else we got here, dude. Jedi
Oh,
Journal
nice. That's cool.
Wrecker.
Oh,
That is awesome.
I
He's
can't wait for
using
that
some
6th
fireworks practical effects here. Good
Very
stuff.
cool.
See, I
Um,
think that's the only thing you can do with your smaller figures. The only thing is you got to wash them afterwards. But anything with soft goods, you don't want to do those sulfur things.
No.
You'd rather just go to
Oh no,
Photoshop.
no. I would never take a hot
Don't
toy
want
out there and do
sulfur
that.
smell. Hell
Not
no.
just the smell, but
But you can do
these
that.
things can get fire too. I've talked to Sir Dirk,
Oh, yeah.
Sir Dirk several times. You get fire damage to your figures, and they're Black Series. I mean, they're plastic. They still get melted problems. From
Oh,
the heat.
Oh, he
so-
had the prototype. He has that in one of his videos, the prototype Boba Fett, and
Yeah.
and that thing is like one of the more expensive ones that you can get, and he completely melded it. It was amazing. So,
Yeah.
but it looks cool now. But it actually looks cool
For-
now. I think
for
he's
the love
used it in
of
some
art.
other shots.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yep.
But when you're working with these fireworks and stuff, you need to use your faster shutter speeds. So I know for a lot of us that use a lot of video type lighting, the LED lights, these like room cubes or what have you, you tend to use a slower shutter speed, which lets in more light. But in order to catch this action, you need to speed it up, which means you're going to have a hard time getting light on it. Even if it's daytime, you're going to have a lot of light you're going to have to work through. You're going to have to add light and stuff just to help get this to show up, just so you have these effects the way you want, and they have the movement and or the lack of movement that you want. So just something to keep in mind when you're utilizing elements like this or rain or any of that kind of stuff. Shutter speed, which means if you got to speed up your shutter speed, you need a lot more light. Or you need to pump up your ISO, which you really don't want to go too high on that, because then you get grain, unwanted grain, even some really bad grain.
And even if you're shooting in the daytime and there's too much light, is to use. I have a piece of plywood, and I painted it black and put that behind the figure, and then that way a lot of that light gets focused on the flame and doesn't end up like getting washed out by the background.
Ooh, good idea. Good idea. So
yeah.
yeah,
I had
or you
seen
can
it
use
in
a
the
piece
video.
of black poster board, right? You don't need to use a piece of wood. So I mean, Lou.
Yeah, I just had an inexpensive or just an old piece of plywood laying around. So because the only thing is with the poster board, that would probably catch on fire a little bit easier.
Mm-hmm.
Bennikin's asking, anyone else see so much grain in the Kenobi series? It's really off-putting. Yeah, some of their lower light sequences, there is a lot of grain. It's like they didn't light up the area enough to, and they just pumped up with ISO. And sometimes filmmakers and or photographers want to utilize some grain. They like it because it gives it that more filmy look instead of a digital look.
Mm-hmm.
So there is reasons to have grain, I personally don't want a lot of grain in my shots. So I'll take some, but not a lot.
What?
So.
Did that just come out of Maz's mouth? For real?
What?
I think I'm wearing you down, bro. Wearing you down. We get it to you.
What, with the grain?
Oh yeah.
No.
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 See, this is how you know you're friends. You guys can take cheap shots at each other, but it comes from love. And it's it's a cheap shot. You just try to see if you gonna take the
See if
bait.
he'll bite.
The bait. Yeah, he took the bait.
Dude, Green, what are you doing here, man? Killing it.
That's perfect.
I know you say you're sick of the outdoor stuff, but you nail it. You're really good at getting the bokeh that you need to make the foliage and stuff in the background look like it's in the right scale to be worked with. I mean, rarely do I see when you're outdoor shots where like, oh, that's obviously a figure with a tree that's made to be like life size, and he's trying to pass that off as a tree that goes a 1/6 scale.
Well, I mean, and even you said like about the boba shot, that one, even after looking at it, it could have been cropped up a little bit higher, so you didn't see some of that foreground, and that would have probably helped that shot, I think, a little bit too.
The Boba Fett shot's awesome though, but yeah. Starcraft, what's going on, man?
I put a like a warm amber filter on it because it was probably
on the
more
lens
like a true
or what?
No, just in the editing
Photoshop,
like in my app. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. This is you can, if you have Photoshop, you could use like a tint or what's up, Jaybird? How you doing?
Cool. Thank you.
Seen you in here before, but how you doing? Collector Joey, what's up?
Collector
Man,
Joey. Collector Joey bringing the heat.
Dockinator tagged me in a shot. For some reason, it's not showing. All right, we'll get to you here, Dockinator. Let me just finish this little Toy Moz thing, and that's what we're going to be doing from now on, too, Dockinator. We're just going to tag me, at Moz_toy_box. Make sure there's no S at Moz. I know I always want to put that there, even though it's not. That's not me anymore. But at Moz_toy_box, and then also hashtag Toy Moz, so that we know that those are ones we're going to go over in the future. In fact, let me pull that up now. I don't want to forget about that. Let me pull that up real quick. I was gonna wait, but we're gonna do this here. Right. I need a new mouse too, man. The right click is not working on this mouse anymore.
Well, if you don't want a mouse, then get a rat.
Right? Click. Let's see. Tag.
Lou knows all about probably those city rats, right?
Oh hell yeah, bro! You
know
how many
small dogs, right?
Small dogs.
They're like the size of a small dog, right? Or bigger.
No, that's not Dockinator. Dockinator, when did you? This looks like one of yours. No, that's Mad Like a Predator. That was 6 days ago. Dockinator, which shot am I looking at, buddy? Is that it? No.
If you scroll, I'll see. I could tell a Dockinator shot when I see one.
Yeah, I know most of his shots, man. Ooh, this is tight. Dude.
That's
fire. I already saw that one. Okay. Collectors.Orbit, man. Dave is...
hey,
look, there's Lou's, man. There's Lou's.
That's nice. I like that.
Yeah, that's the collab.
Yeah. But you didn't tag me right, man. When you go to tag, you can tag as a collaborator. And that way it will show up on both of our feeds if I accept the tag. So then we kind of help each other out.
How does that work?
When you go into the tagging, I don't think you can go and do it now. You have to do it when you post it. But on the tag page, if you're on the phone app, it will say tag as a collaborator or just tag. So,
okay.
Hold on, there's a whole bunch of stuff going on here. OG fan, I will work on that. It wasn't a high priority in my life, to be honest with you, because I don't, other than the smiley face, I don't use an emoji. But okay, I'll work on that. Let's see. Hold on.
And again, that algorithm could be messing it up. Like if he's trying to post it, because there's one that I tried to post the other day, and I tried to even put the Toy Moz on it, and it doesn't even show up on that. So I don't know what it's doing.
I had a noise happen. Let's see. Hold on.
Unless you messaged it.
I don't know. Hold on. There we go. Mention. Oop. No, not. I didn't mean to click on the hashtag. click on the. Mention me in a post. There we go. All right. Dockinator. There we go.
There we go.
It's very small. Let me go to your page and see if I can get it bigger. There we go. There we go. That's better. Dockinator, man. Look at this, dude. This is the is this that third party Ghost Rider cowboy one?
Yeah.
That's
On the
awesome.
background in it too. That looks cool. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think you kind of did a composite. You know, you had like a background on a monitor or something. That's what I'm feeling when I'm looking at that. Lou, what do you think, man? What's your thoughts?
That's phenomenal, bro. That's phenomenal. See, I'm jelly. I kind of want it now. Jeez. Jeez, bro. All right, Dockinator. Jeez. Jeez,
All right,
bro.
Harold, man, you got any thoughts on this one?
No, man, it looks good. Like I said, I just like the composite and the lighting and everything looks pretty good with the background. And I'm not one to speak to that because I can't. I actually sent one to Harry and I said, "Don't laugh at me," but this is my first attempt. So, I don't know how much more I could either make that better or whatever, but I think it looks pretty good.
It's okay. Let Harry laugh because he still can't post for anything.
Yeah. Harold's fine, man. Dockinator says it's an amazing set. He just got that in. So this is an actual set that you got, and then you put it in front of a. It still looks like you got a computer monitor somewhere giving you the skyline, right? Or is it maybe just some photoshopping? I don't know.
Photoshop.
There's nothing actually wrong with this. The only thing that really stands out for me, and it's not the pose or anything, it's just some Photoshop techniques that maybe we can work on at some point later on. Like, see this hard edge here where you painted in the fire effect. Make sure that when you put these fire effects on, that they're a separate layer on top of the current layer. If you're using Photoshop, if you're not, I don't know how to help you, but if you're using Photoshop, and then you want to take your mask tool and just kind of mask away at the edges of it to give that softer, so it doesn't look so just paint it with a hard brush on, which is unfortunately kind of what happened with that. But that's
and also the blend changing it to screen, that'll soften it softens the edges a little bit too without having to do too
actually
much
just
work.
play with the blend modes. There's a lot of times where I find the blend mode, I'm like, I don't know what this does exactly, but it looks good.
Right.
I mean, screens you're given and add and stuff are usually given, but some of the other ones can look good too. So one of the things that I've done recently, and not everybody has access to this because After Effects is not free. I have After Effects, and I'm going to switch to me real quick. I'm not going to go over this yet, but that's how I did the flames here. As I used this free plugin for After Effects called Saber, and I used the fire or Inferno effect, and made a blank layer that I could set the screen and put on top of those blades. You know, I drew them out and made them fit on the blades, and then brought that blank layer over to Photoshop, and that's how I did that. So,
bro, that is a killer shot.
I'm not happy with the pose, but we're not talking about me yet. We're going back to this stuff. No, we'll come back to it. We'll come back to it. Right now, it's not about me. Right now, we're talking about the Dockinator. I just want to show that as a case in point of what can be done with fire, and it's still not great. I think it could be better, but
well, Maz, you critique very, very hard.
Well, I don't want to be mean, but I do want to help as much as I can. You know, that's all.
No. I'm talking about on yourself.
About yourself.
Let me. let me do that. Let me do that. Okay.
You're taking away the thrill from Lou.
Yeah, man.
I'm sorry, Lou.
Stealing the thunder.
OG fan, dude. I appreciate it. And yes, that is Harold. That is Commander Green.
Commander Green.
Jaybird, Hot Toys is draining us. I pre-ordered Cad Bane. I just bought Anakin on Snap. Lou's got Anakin on Snap on order. Harold's got Anakin on Snap. I'm sure he's pre-ordering Cad Bane too.
No, I'm gonna pass on him.
Lou, are you pre-ordering Cad Bane? I assume
in
you
my
are.
cart. No, he's in my cart right now. I just gotta hit the button and add the points and stuff. What I'm waiting on?
You know, right now you can use coupons on him too, by the way.
That's what I'm waiting for too. I'm trying to complete a purchase because I just finished my purchase for Mysterio. He's on the way. So
So you're hoping to get a
Mysterio's there.
coupon you can throw on Cad Bane? Because it takes coupons right now.
Oh, I'm taking. I gotta throw on as many coupons as I possibly can. I want to get that
Yeah.
bad boy down. Even
Well,
though
the
it's not
only one
coming
that
out
I ended up having was the 20% off code, or the 10% off code that was on my stat, but it didn't work on that one. It didn't work on CAD.
Just like I couldn't use my code on my Anakin on stat because I chose the exclusive with the poncho. If I didn't want the poncho, I could have used my $20 coupon from putting in my order for Cad Bane because I got a coupon like right after I ordered him. So yeah, crazy stuff. Let's see. Let me get to some more of these. Jaybird said this is a great pick though, and almost made him spill his coffee. Per him, I'm not sure. Ubi Lula, what's going on, man? Along with Hot Toys releases, this is where we're gonna need Lou at though. Can we talk about Mezco drops tomorrow? Pink Skull's Chaos Club. Lou's gonna be the one here that knows most about that. I know a little bit about Mezco, but I don't know a whole lot. So
Yeah, I don't.
hopefully Lou can.
I don't know anything about that.
Yeah. So we'll come back to that when Lou comes in. Obi, okay? I don't know where he went, but yo, Adrian, Maz, where's the best place for foam for dioramas? Depending on what kind of foam you want, what kind of texture you're going for. If you're going for a straight wall like I do, usually your XPS foam you can get from Home Depot or Lowe's. It's with the insulation stuff, and you can buy it as a big 4x8 sheet, or if you want the 1-inch thick stuff, you can buy that in a 2-foot by 2-foot square. It is a little bit more expensive to buy it that way, but you can fit it in your car. So, and you can only get it in the 1-inch thick stuff, which there are occasions where I wish I had more 1/2-inch stuff laying around because the smaller stuff is actually really good for flooring. I like that a lot too. So, Lou, there you are. Obi Lula was asking this, and you're the only Mezco guy that could probably really jump into this. I don't know a lot about Mezco. I have a few, but I don't know much about what they got going on.
Well, along with Hot Toy releases, can we talk about Mezco drops tomorrow? Yes, that Pink Skulls. This is our second opportunity to get Pink Skulls, and as a gag,
I saw the Nosferatu gag. I hope that was a gag.
Look. This was a gag in the sense that if you go to the website, everything is Pink Skulls except for what's shipping now, right? And everywhere you go is Pink Skulls. You go click on it, it says sold out. Click on the next one, sold out. So it's basically Mezco making fun of what Pink Skulls actually do. They're a gang. They act like a gang and do their stuff like a way a gang acts. And the first roundup, they had flight jackets, some cocktails, bottles that they could throw that was lit up, handcuffs, bats, wrenches, interchangeable heads because they had 2 different versions of the skulls. One had a specific hat, another one did not. And it was basically a street Gomez with the pink skull that actually comes with it. And they just elaborated on that style because Mezco likes to take their figures and just elaborate on them and just keep pushing forward. So Ghost Rider should be coming soon because that style of the jacket is exactly how Ghost Riders is. So I think this is just them pushing out more of their content out, and it does sell. It sells. The last box set was 3 figures and one. It was like $285. So with inflation, we can see it, coming up to about $300 even, plus the shipping and tax. I will be pre-ordering one. It comes up tomorrow, so I will be pre-order set. I'm not gonna miss a Pink Skulls gang crew. That I actually like the leather jackets more than the other jackets, just because to me it looks more like a biker gang, right? So that means I can get some motorcycles for these guys. So yeah, man, Mezco been dropping a lot of stuff, especially in regards to Spider-Man. You had the classic suit that's up on Big Bad Toy Store as well. They had Green Goblin, and this is all like nostalgia 60s 70s style Steve Ditko and Stan Lee style Spider-Man. So I got mine on order. I'm just waiting for them to drop.
Nice.
And once it comes, it comes. Because, dude, Spider-Man is everywhere in my crib. These are my Mezcos. And I got
real
the
quick
others in the box
tangent
still.
too, man. Is apparently Hot Toys is looking to go to Silver Age Marvel stuff too.
Yeah.
So that's something else you got to look out for. Not just Mezco, but Hot Toys. I mean, I can't imagine he would do Spider-Man again because they just did a classic Spider-Man. And other than the webbing that he uses for like a wing type effect that from his first couple appearances, that's the only real Silver Age addition they can make to that suit you got there. And I don't know if that's necessary, but we shall see. I hope we get a Silver Surfer, to be honest with you. I'll put him over there with my Fantastic 448. So yeah, Yo Adrian White, he's there. Another thing you can look out for foam as well is floral foams. You can go to your Hobby Lobby or whatever and get some floral foams, and that will give you another alternative texture to utilize along with your XPS foam, by the way. So I wouldn't use it as a full-on piece because it is kind of brittle, but you can definitely use it as an addition to your XPS and whatnot. So good stuff.
And I will
there.
You'll be right back. Yeah, I'll be right back.
Okay. Yep. Although Yo Adrian was saying 20 Harold, I was about to call Sideshow, only got 10 off, and Harold's gone. But maybe he'll see that in a bit. Pleather Weather, man, dude, you and your Pokemons, dude, this is awesome. I like this a lot, dude. You got some great use of this. Speaking of Hobby Lobby, this looks like this is floral stuff out of their section. At least the grass type stuff is maybe. The only thing I would suggest for this is I know you're doing a nighttime kind of shoot, and I do this a lot, and I'm just as guilty of it. Is maybe bringing up the lights a little bit more on his face. You can probably go in there if you're using like Lightroom or something. You can go in there and just use a masking brush and just select this area and bring up the exposure or the highlights just on their own for this one spot, and that would brighten them up just a little bit. But this side's a little darker than I'd want it to be. I would want to try to get a little bit more light on this guy. That would be my thoughts. And then I guess what you're using here is a little Photoshop brush of kind of a watery kind of effect. Is that a brush? It doesn't look like any camera snap or anything. I'm not entirely sure. I don't want to skip this picture though while they're all gone. So I don't know what to do, guys. What do I do? So if you guys want us to go over your shots, man, make sure in the future that you tag Moz_toy_box with the @ symbol, tag me, as well as hashtag Toy Moz, and that way I will definitely be able to see it regardless of what's going on. And since I get tagged by other people all the time, that Toy Moz hashtag will let me know that it's okay to go over your work. In fact, we're going to take a look at that tag right now. This Dockinator. All right, so here's my tags. Let me refresh that. And a lot of this is JKLs, man. A lot of this stuff. OG fan. Do what we all do. Keep calm and carry on. I will do my best. I'm a little annoyed that I don't see that tag though, man. I think it might be even more broken than the tags because
that's yeah.
Because Dockinator, oh, you're back. Because Dockinator tagged me from a shot yesterday. Yeah, I should see it right around here-ish. This was about a day ago. That's 6 days ago. So what in the heck?
See, but I tagged you in an Invader Moz post or tag, and then I did your Toy Moz post or tag, and it still didn't show up. So I don't know what it's.
Yo, I'm not Invader Moz anymore though.
Yeah.
Oh, you mean something about that hashtag? I haven't
just the hashtag in general, though. Yeah. I'm just saying it won't show up.
I already said what I wanted to say about this one. What do you guys think? I personally, I think it needs a little bit more light on his face here.
I think having them both in focus will be dope because I see her like the other one. She's in the background. Yeah, I'm not. I'm not familiar with the names, I know that's of Ivysaur.
This is blue, and this is yellow. That's all I know.
But all in all, Pokemon are usually done in a very bright colors, bright lighting. When they do nights, they still looks bright. So you kind of want to brighten it up a little bit, even though it's a night shot. You want to give like if you're gonna do the dark, instead of doing black, you would use like a navy blue.
They got a blue filter going on here. This is some blueness to it.
Yeah, some blueness to it, but it still looks black. You know what I mean? Like if you didn't have the borders on there, it looks like infinity.
Well, I think what they could do is, like I said, where you're going is just mask out this part of the face and then bring up just the exposure on this alone. If they have the right software, they could do that. Yeah. Or they could try to play with the light itself in camera, but if you want to go back and play with it, you can just select this part of his face and just bring up the highlights on that. I wouldn't probably bring up the exposure because that's going to wash out the darker colors. I would bring out the highlights, so it would bring out more of this and just kind of give it a bit more punch. Harold, what you got?
Overall, I actually like the tone because I tend to go with that cooler, like bluer tone anyway. So I'm kind of digging that. Mm-hmm. Outside of my amber filter that I put on that one clone shot, I usually kind of stick to something a little bit more darker and stuff like this. But yeah, no, I like it. But I agree. Yeah, just maybe just lighting that jawline up a little bit more, and
just a little bit more punch. Just a little bit.
But that's
a little bit of oregano goes a long way. That's all I'm saying.
A little sauce.
Benakin, Kenobi finale tomorrow. Not to get off topic for photography, but what are your thoughts so far? Hopes for the finale? I hope it's good. That's all I can really say. I don't know what my thoughts are. I just hope it's good.
It better be good, because there's certain things that pulls me back from it. I'm like, okay, is this canon or is this its own universe? Because things are not adding up. That's where it stands with me, because it's like, I know there's like slight hiccups in the MCU, but they do what, like, it's minor. It's minor, very minor. Things that they've been doing is major, so that's why I'm like, ooh.
Harold, your thoughts, feelings on Kenobi finale?
It's kind of one of those things. I just want to see it as a whole when it's completed, more or less. And I'm just one of those people. I kind of try to pull, I think, more of the positive out of it than me trying to sit there and like I'll still throw my hand on my head and be like, what the hell was that? But but overall, exactly. I've still enjoyed it, and like I said, I just want to see what happens tomorrow, and then I'll cry about it next week.
Yeah, I might be really vocal about my disdain for some of the things in the show, but overall, I don't hate the show. No. I think it could be a lot better, though. That's where I'm.
Yeah, I'm in agreement with you, Maz. Like, I'm enjoying the show, but I could pick it apart.
Yeah, it just makes me sad that we got something so awesome and just phenomenal as The Mandalorian, and then everything else they've been putting out in that universe seems like they're just kind of tossing it together to be like, oh, we need to get more money out of this. That's what I feel like when I'm watching it. And then you got people that are telling you, but it's Star Wars, and you should be happy that we're getting Star Wars. And well, this is the argument I'll use for those people. Not to go too far on this tangent, but I don't know if you guys remember, maybe I'm one of the older people that will, but back in the 90s when we got, or early 2000s, we got X-Men, we got the Fantastic Four. Those were bad movies. But everybody was like, just be happy you're getting comic book movies. And if we had stuck with that, we wouldn't have gotten Batman Begins, we wouldn't have gotten The Dark Knight Returns, we wouldn't have gotten Iron Man, we would have gotten stuff still like Fantastic Four and X-Men and the stuff that came before that, the hokey stuff that really hard to watch now. I'm just saying, if we raise our standards, we will force them to provide to those standards. If we vote with our dollars, so to speak. So, OG fan says Kenobi Talks banned, and I guess we'll leave it at that. Because OG fan, he's a member. We got to listen to him. He's a channel member. We got him that due respect. And he did make a comment earlier. We hadn't gotten to it until now, but you guys got back at the same time when you guys left. It was kind of funny. And Quan Harper was saying, "Hey, we went over your shot earlier on the stream. At least one of them that showed up in the hashtag." And then let's see. Yeah, there's the Talks band. Laugh out loud. Then single songwriter. What's going on, man? Just give me some Hot Toys, good or bad. I collect Star Wars Hot Toys, not TV shows. I pre-ordered Cad Bane. I jumped on that shizzle as soon as Sideshow put it up. As soon as it was up, I was like, bye. I didn't wait like an hour. I didn't wait 15 minutes. I said, bye. Let God.
Did Buzz Lightyear go up?
Bye. Say again?
Buzz Lightyear, did he go up?
I don't know. Last I heard, he didn't.
Dude, that's sketchy, man. That's very sketchy.
I'm not that interested to know, so I haven't
looked.
Oh,
dude. Like, I've seen the film. I enjoyed the film, right? Obviously, there's nothing perfect, but it's still enjoyable. And the suit, suit that he wears, it's accurate to the film. He wears it pretty much 90%. Yeah, I'll say 90% of the time. He's wearing that suit. It's awesome. I'm just worried that figure is going to suffer the same condemnation with Winnie the Pooh, because you couldn't get Winnie the Pooh on Sideshow.
Yeah, they don't seem to have him. They have a $100 version of Buzz, which is an action figure, but it's pre-order, and then there's a wait list open for an Alpha Suit Buzz Lightyear that is SH Figure Arts.
Yeah, I saw the unboxing of the figure arts. I've joined the wait list because I missed out on it. Missed it.
That's all we got for Buzz Lightyear right now on Sideshow. But let's move on to the Terrifier that is Weather, man. Look at this, man. This is an awesome shot, Weather.
Oh yeah.
I'm just gonna call you Pleather because the rest of I just get tied up on. Pleather, I love this shot. I saw this last week on Lael's stream when you guys were doing Figure Flex, and
yeah,
this is an awesome shot. I love this shot. It's a great shot. This must be the Trick or Treat Studios Terrifier, which is a figure I've been considering buying.
Do it.
I just gotta find the money, dude. I got money going in and out all over the place, man. I got 2 books over getting graded right now. I just bought Anakin on Snap. I gotta go to the store and pick up my Maul.
You got the answer.
Classic Spider-Man, and I get Transport Trooper and Anakin. He arrives next week, I guess. But I just got a lot of money coming in and out, man.
And I just had new tires put on my car today, so that killed me. I was like, come on.
Maybe I haven't been driving enough, to have to get new tires, but because Jeep tires are not cheap,
Well, I'll say this: sell a comic book, and you'll be all right.
Dude, I could too, man. Because my first appearance of Miles Morales is climbing, dude. It's up to almost $4,000 now.
Okay, so it's almost $4,000, dude. I'm
not selling it.
You bank. See, that's the problem. You got to know when to let go so you can get other things you want. He's like,
that book's only going to go up, dude. That's not going to be one of the books that really fall down. It's the first appearance of a major hero character. That's going to be just like my first appearance of Silver Surfer and Galactus.
Specifically, you have plenty others, and the thing is this: you make excuses for all these other ones to keep them, bro. You got plenty. Well, they're
at CGC right now, anyway. I gotta wait. So back to this shot, though, Lou. What do you think of this shot? Is there anything you can critique about this shot?
No. I can't critique that at all. I can't, because you can see the horror aspect of it. You get a good clean focus on it, and then you got the good blurs that's naturally there, because you got a person there with his hand out. You got another one with the hand in. Yeah, exactly. So you got your depth of field there, and then you got the clear focus on the character and the sign. So smile more. Come on. Like, what more can you say?
Well, I can say Bennikin is with you as far as selling now, but I gotta wait till CGC sends it back anyway. The great thing is I only paid $5 for the book, so
there you go. It's already flippable. It's flippable.
OG fan, the hardest part of collecting is when to know when to sell. But I don't collect to sell is the problem. I collect because I like to collect things.
Well,
I'm like the collector, although I don't
Lego.
keep little dogs in cages, man. Hell no. I let them outside
No.
with the
you
fence,
just
of
keep
course.
your
There's-
comics in
I guess-
cages. No, you keep your
Dude,
comics in
Mike
cages.
Mansell with the Sonic the
Nice.
Hedgehog, dude. This is beautiful.
That's
This is
sweet.
beautiful.
Oh, nice. I wonder, is this the smaller 4-inch figure?
It doesn't. He doesn't say. It just says supersonic there, so I don't know. One thing that I do like to suggest to everybody is to put what toy you have, because us people that like toys, you know, I see shots all the time. Like, I wonder which toy this is, you know, and then I guess to drive, you know, content or whatever, you know, you do get a message or a comment from me like, which toy is this? But you know, I do like knowing personally what toy these are. So, wait, the BTS is on the page for this. What? Oh, behind the scenes. Oh, for which one? I'm sorry. Which one are we talking about? Is it this one? I don't know.
There's a delay with the
Yo,
chat.
Adrian, tell me, yeah, there's a delay. So tell me which picture we were talking about. Oh, for the Terrifier. Maybe on your page. Let me go to your page real quick. There's no BTS here for me. Oh, wait, maybe here? No? Maybe under Reels?
Wait,
there we go.
There we go. Yep. People just walking by.
I like that. Like he's a homeless guy. That's really cool. You kind of lose the whole walking by thing though in the shot. You think they're kind of staring at him or something. You can't necessarily tell they're walking past him here.
Right. I still like
which
the
is
depth of it,
fine.
though. Yeah, I still like that.
Yeah, it's still fine. It's still great, but yeah, let's see.
Yeah.
Because you definitely could pull back from the shot, but I think then you lose that focus, like right on that, and I think it wouldn't look as good. So,
Barrett, man, no, I haven't caught you live in a while either, man. That's awesome to see you, man. It's awesome. All right, let me so that's what you used for that shot too. All right, so it wasn't fake plants. All right, well that's the other shot, but yeah. Okay. Good stuff. Pleatherman putting down the behind the scenes is awesome. I don't do it every time though. I'm bad about that.
You're bad about
All right,
everything.
so we were talking about this one here, Mike. Back to Sonic. Since you're here too, he says it's just a cheap Sonic figure he got from Walmart.
Yeah, it's the 4-inch. It's the 4-inch. That's
Okay.
why I asked, because I was interested in getting that whole line up of figures, just because it just looked cool and there's something small that my daughter can enjoy as well. Just like I'll have them out, she'll like, okay, can I play with them? Yep. And then when she's done, put it up.
and you see my son's collection when I sent you the video too, but he has all the Sonic figures except
All the
just the 2-inch line, not the 4-inch of those.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, this is a great little shot. And I'm gonna kind of hit you though, Mike, on the same thing I hit Pleatherweather on with his Pokemon. I think he needs a little bit more white in here, like just kind of punch him out a little bit more on this side. This obviously supposed to be the lit side. Make these a harder whitish, just to bring that out. This kind of.
Well, I think what he's trying to go for here is the Sonic in motion running, and usually when he's in motion running, he has a blue silhouette on him.
Oh yeah, I get that. Get that.
So you don't really see white, you see blue. So I think that's what he was going for.
Yeah, I still think we need to punch this out a little bit more. But if that's what you want to go for, that's fine. That is your decision, Mike. I'm just here to give you my suggestions.
Yeah,
Harold,
I think yeah.
No, go ahead, Lou. If you have more to say, I'm sorry.
No. I think yeah. Maybe a little bit more light, but it's still good. I know what he's trying to do because I see the arms thrown back. You know what I mean? And that's Sonic Reno.
Oh, he's running. He's running. You get the motion blur in the background and everything. He's trekking along. And again, I see this blue, here to probably give lead on to your suggestion that he's got that glow thing coming from his running. But I still feel that we want to punch these whites out more. Any of this whites, we want to bring up your whites more a little bit, just a wee bit, just to punch it up some more. He's looking a little too soft, I guess you could say, and that's all because of the colors. It's kind of a mushy softness with the colors.
Saturations, like high saturation.
Yeah, maybe. But if you punch in the white some, I think it'll bring it out enough that you fix that in the end.
Gotcha. All right, I see what you're saying. I kind of agree.
We looked at this one last week, so we'll move on. And we looked at that one last week, and we looked at that one. So we're caught up with there. We'll try the Invader Moz hashtag real quick.
And watch it not work. Thank you. Thank you, Instagram. For nothing. You're quick to show us girls in skimpy outfits, but you can't show us what we want to see.
Well, at least I can see the damn thing today. But yeah, a lot of this is so weird because like this is a top post. I haven't seen this one yet. In fact, I'm just now liking that Harold. I didn't see that one before.
That's okay.
That's your best card.
Yeah, that's an older shot.
You need to bring him out from that background some though.
Yeah, that was one just sitting like in the display and just shot it with like some overhead lights and wasn't really set up for anything. That was before I knew you, so I didn't have I wasn't told about rim lights.
Oh wow, yeah,
point.
that's 2021. I didn't look at the year. I just saw June 18th. I'm like,
I didn't know
June
about
18th.
that then.
So telling Harold from back in the past here, you want to use some rim light, Harold. That's
I'm
awesome.
learning.
I had no idea. This is another old one, March 2nd. We've gone over this one. This is a good one. I like this one a lot.
Yeah.
Actually, this one I have no real complaints about, man. This is good.
I do have one on my page. There's an Anakin shot. If you want to just like click on mine, that one right
This one
there.
here?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Whew.
I like it, but this is not selling me on the head sculpt here. The lighting of the shot is good, but his head sculpt doesn't look right for some reason in this shot. I don't know if it's a shot. I don't have the figure in hand. But
Yeah, I mean,
the head sculpt looks kind of plasticky somehow. If that makes any sense.
Maz, take off your glasses.
It might be the light.
Now everything's blurry.
No, trust me. In person, you'll see.
I mean, but you got the lighting working for the scene. He looks like he's in the scene and everything. It just this head sculpt is weird in this particular lighting. But I know his head sculpt's okay too because I've seen Zord Photography do his. He does a lot of overhead stuff, and his Anakin shots are just fire. Even though I hate Hayden Christensen's head sculpt.
Maz, there's very little to please you, man.
Right.
Very little to please you, bro.
Dude, did we go over? I don't think we went over this one, man. This one I love too. This one's great.
Oh,
is this fog and camera or is this
aerosol?
Aerosol, nice.
Yeah, atmosphere aerosol.
That's dope.
What's your shutter speed at this one though?
That one's probably like 125. Somewhere around there.
Wow. I guess because it was so bright out, you had to pump it up that fast.
Yeah, because it was coming through it's under a tree, but just where it's coming from that side, and then I had a reflector trying to get as much light on that left hand side, just in the natural direction of where it was coming from. So, yep.
If lighting wasn't a problem, I would have said slow down your shutter some more just to get that more of a misty because it's got some harder edges just right here on the fog. But it could be any kind of fog. I just like the soupy fog. This is me. That's
right.
But I love this shot. This is a great shot. This is awesome.
Dude.
This is great stuff.
Nice.
Dude. I just can't wait for the Transport Trooper 2. I just love that helmet. I love that helmet design.
Yeah, we'll have it soon. What is this? Somebody took my picture and did something. What is this? See, this is it, man. Look at that. He's got 747 likes on my Predator, and he's tagged my old account too because this is an old. He showed this 115 weeks ago.
He added the lightning effects in the background and stuff.
He added the lightning and the snow, the moving snow. Oh, and the moving fog. He does that. He fills up my feed with that kind of stuff. All this is older shots, right?
That's all older stuff, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that Anakin was the newest of what I've done. So mine are all caught up.
1/12 life. I'm gonna go to your page because I don't recall seeing.
1/12 life _life.
Let's take a look, man.
Ooh, nice.
Oh, okay. You playing with fire now, baby.
So Moff Gideon's dark saber. He's got the DX-17 head sculpt, which is the whole reason why you own that piece. Really, that's the whole reason why I keep owning. I was gonna actually consider selling mine to Mandalorian Huntress, or trading it for her Harley Quinn. She had the Suicide Squad Harley Quinn, but then I was like, wait, I need these head sculpts. I can't get rid of the small head sculpt. So I didn't.
Very expressive.
Yeah,
we don't get many expressive hot toy figures, so this is considerably one of the ones you want to keep because it's one of those rare ones.
Yeah, I really want to order a second one though, because I'm gonna have 3 malls and I won't be able to keep the head sculpt on all 3 of them.
Jesus, man.
But yeah, this is a great shot, a great pose. So I'm really digging this one here. Harold, what do you think? Is there anything that you feel should be done differently to give it any kind of look?
Oh, I mean, maybe cast in a little bit more of a brighter, like a white light, so it looks like it's coming off the dark saber, because that kind of tends to cast like a little bit of a white glow. So maybe a little bit of that just off the front edge of the face. But other than that, I love the way the rest of it's lit. I mean, it looks like a painting. It looks
more rim lights.
No, I think Harold's onto something, man. You get a light with a snoot or something right around.
Right there on the
pointing right
blade.
past the dark saber and going to hit his face here, and it would cast like a white line down this side here, and maybe a little bit of spill over here onto this on this side of the face. It looked pretty awesome.
Yeah, but the thing is this. It doesn't really go with the dark saber because the dark saber doesn't generate the light. Like you don't see it bright.
I mean, but we know it's supposed to. This is a nitpicky thing. The picture is really good. There's nothing wrong with the picture.
There's nothing wrong with the picture. We're just talking about the we're just talking about the saber itself now.
Yeah.
But the picture's fire. I like the pose.
Obi is saying they're having trouble keeping the body parts in focus. Well, that's going to be determined by your f-stop. So whatever that's your depth of field. So the lower that number is, like 1.4 or something, which I don't think you're shooting this 1.4, probably like a 2.8 or something. And it looks like you focus on the face, which as you should. And so you're getting a lot of this in focus, then you start to lose focus here, like where this hand is. That's going to happen when you're at those more open apertures like that. The higher that number, the F number, the more that will be in focus, but you're going to need more light to get it all. So if you did it like an F5.6, you'd probably have most of this in focus. Most of it. So.
And having some of that out of focus makes it a little bit more dramatic too, and kind of like changes it in that sense. And I mean, that's like my Kylo Ren photo. That one, it was like really, it was just his helmet that was in focus. And then obviously the saber after I fixed it, because you told me about that, like getting that motion blur to kind of like to so like it matched the f-stop around distance. It. So
match the fact that it's behind it.
Yep.
So Obi Lu is asking a question like when you're aiming a weapon towards a camera. So if you're going to aim a weapon towards a camera, you have to determine what do you want to focus on. If you want to focus on the weapon, you do want to have a slight blur, not a huge blur, but a slight blur at least to your subject's face, because you want to present that depth, like the weapon is pointed at the camera. You can go all in though and do a really tight focus on just the point of the weapon, but I think that's a little too extreme. So if you want that weapon pointed at the camera, shot, you want to, of course, make sure your focus is nice and pretty on the end of that muzzle, and then you want to give yourself a little bit of play, not quite, the tightest or the widest aperture, but it really depends on how outstretched the arm is. But You know, 2.8 might do it because you want to get his face a little blurry just to give that impact of the gun pointed, but you don't want it so blurry so you don't know who it is. So you just got to play with that f-stop till you find out what's going to give you the right blur to let you know that there's a distance between the muzzle of that weapon and, you know, the face of the person holding it. Because, you know, if a gun's pointed at you, you're going to focus first on that gun. You're not going to look at who's pointing at you. So that's kind of what you're emulating when you're trying to do this shot. So now if you want to take it from the other angle, though, where you're looking at the face and not the gun, again, it's the same rules that you're going to apply here. You don't want to have your aperture open so wide that you can't tell it's a gun anymore. You want to make sure you have it tight enough so that you have the depth of field big enough to catch, you know, at least what it is. Let's see. Obi's asking, but sometimes the thing closest to the camera will never get in focus. No. That's why you got to choose. If you're going to have somebody pointing a weapon at the camera, you most likely want to focus most on the weapon. And you have to play with your focus from there. I heard a 2/3 rule: when 1/3 is in front will be in focus and 2/3 behind focal point will be in focus, but haven't had much luck. It's tricky. I don't play with any of these rules, though. I don't know what rules I'm using. I don't know what they're called. I don't do it. What looks right in my eye is what I shoot. Harold or Lou, please jump in on this. Anybody?
I mean, it's like even Jared, though, Sir Dork had said too. It's like you just got to go through. Even if because at first I didn't understand anything about the settings and what everything meant when I first got a camera, and it's just like literally just go through every setting that you can and just take as many photos as you can. And if you don't want to fill up a card, then you can kind of go back and just dump everything out that you don't want. But it just that's the best thing is just take as many photos as you can. Change the light, change the settings, change everything. Yeah.
Don't be afraid to shoot. You're not using film anymore. This is all digital. You're just shooting hard drive space or SD card space.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have a camera. The phone.
We're doing that GoFundMe, so don't.
Yeah,
we're gonna do that.
Fund Lou.
GoFundMe for a decent camera. It doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be the best one, and it doesn't necessarily have to be a cheap one. It could be a decent one.
But I like this shot a lot. 1/12. This is an awesome shot. It makes me I can't wait to get my maul. In fact, I'm about to set up a 3D print to make the staff portion of his Rebels lightsaber.
No, nice.
So my Clone Wars maul is going to have my solo lightsaber with the staff, you know, that wooden staff part printed, hopefully, and fitting on there. That's my goal anyway. So he's, you know, walking around with that as a cane or whatever.
Yeah, I think I'll have him coming probably the end of or sometime in July. I'll have mine coming with Gideon.
Yeah.
Rock on. I still got to work out Gideon too, but I went with Anakin on staff first. He was the more expensive. You got the Anycubic Mono. That's what I'm rocking. I just got mine fixed. I had to replace my screen for the 3rd time. Which is why it's been down for a year, because I was fed up with it by that point. But then finally I was like, you know what? I need it for my photography. You know, I need to be able to print cool stuff like this. And since we're talking about it, this is you know, the thing that I printed, and I'm going to show you what I did with that. All right. If it will. You guys are going to get a first peek at what tomorrow's picture on my Instagram is going to be, and it's you.
Hey, no nudies, okay? No nudies.
First peek right there, man.
When he accidentally slips one in and he didn't realize it. Oh.
Exactly. See, look, I knew it. He was going to pull one out of his.
Oh, nice.
So this is a 3D printed Maul skull that I painted myself.
Is that the background from Target, the dishwasher?
Yes, that is the $9 shelf.
Nice.
That I painted silver and then put a piece of tissue paper behind it and shone the light through it, and that's how you get that. So if you guys want to learn how to make those, and the I think it's in the kitchen section where they got some of the kitchen. It's like a drying rack, I think, or something. But you can find there's different sizes. This is the biggest one they had. It's $9. It's white when you buy it, but I took it and spray painted it silver, and then I glued a piece of white tissue paper to the back of it, and then shine a light through the back of it, and there you got it. It's not perfect. It's not direct to par with that, but you know, But I get this is my elder, my Predator 2 elder, which it was a shame I had to hide his face because he's got such a great looking face. But I wanted to also show the Maul skull, and he's holding the Maul's lightsaber, the dual wielding side, and you can't see his hand, but he's just kind of holding it nonchalantly, like, yeah, I got this cool weapon, but I'm really more interested in this trophy.
Now, you know what would look cool is having a shot with him from the front, the Maul skull facing forward, but like make a spine for him, and then have him like holding it up. Like that would be cool.
I thought about doing the spine because I figured the way I could do that is, because this skull is the exact same size as the Predator skulls you get with some of the figures that's got the spine to it. And I could have easily just, taken a shot with this, in his hand and then swapped out the skull. So I had the spine there and just mask in the spine. But I didn't do it. I wanted it more like he's already cleaned up the skull. He's just kind of like
getting ready to hang it up on the wall. Yep.
Yeah. Just kind of.
No, that's cool though. That skull is awesome. Very cool.
On here is not doing it justice, man. You see it full size, and the lighting works. It doesn't just give it away. You have to know what you're looking at, but yet you do when you see it. So you're like, "That's Maul, man. He's got Maul's freaking skull." And then you got to wonder why is he tattooed red onto the bone.
No, I say, it's dope.
No, it's
okay. Thank you. But yeah, this one will be posted tomorrow for Predness Day. So. But yeah, this is why I got the Anycubic up and running. Stuff like this, man. I wanted to do this kind of stuff.
See, now it's so bad. It's like, here, I told you about those drying racks, and I still haven't bought one, so it doesn't even make any sense.
$9, man. I
know.
Hold on. Where is it? Hold on. I'm gonna make Lou focus with the Spider-Man real quick.
Yo, look at that.
Oh, I like the running poses that you did. Whose stream were you on when you did that with the two of them with that and the?
Oh yeah.
That looked cool.
Yeah, I got him doing his little.
Very cool.
Like,
yeah, I love that figure.
I got no shame in my game. I love posing my bodies, my spiders. I think I overstretched him a little bit on his armpit, but I don't care. Like he has a little. You see it right there?
Oh yeah, just that little
nick, pull. and that was just a little me over pulling it, but I don't care. I have a little fabric, little touch-up thingies I can put on it, but it's not a big of a deal that I care.
Is it a seam? Is it an actual seam? Is that where the seam is, or is it just
where
fabric
the piping?
itself?
You know where the piping is?
Right.
He has you can see like on the suit, he has piping under the pit.
Oh, okay.
It's on the piping.
I'm
gotcha. Like, how did that get there? I'm like, it's on the piping. They probably when I had him doing the web thwip in the front, like that's where I got it. It wasn't a pull, it was a squeeze. So it was like when I did that.
Right.
So
I have to be very careful with that character is what you're saying. Gotcha.
You have to be careful with your Spider-Mans if you're not me.
So there you go, guys. This is the rack you get. It's $9 at Target. When I bought it, it was initially white, like the bottom pieces here. I didn't spray paint that. But you see, I just glued on the back a piece of tissue paper, 99 cents at the hobby store, tissue paper, whatever. And yeah. So I can just shine light through it, and it gets that effect that you guys saw in that other picture. It looks just like it. I think that these are a little short, though. These little slits, but that's okay. It does the job. Obi is asking, do you have the issue with the bunching up around the neck? Any idea how to fix that?
Yeah, everyone's gonna have that issue.
Yeah, mine does. Mine does too.
See it?
Mine doing the same thing.
Take this off, right? You get that bunching up in the neck. It's just like any other kind of foreskin, baby. You just gotta
work it out.
Forward, push it forward and pull it back.
Pull it back.
Yeah, you pull it back into the top of the neck, like.
You pull it up. Okay.
Yeah.
Back is the wrong term.
Well, if I have it like this, I am pulling it back.
Yeah, I wouldn't even see here.
So I pull it up as much as I can. You still get it, right? But then use your head and cover it right up.
Yeah, that's not too bad.
It's not.
I'm gonna have fun with that.
Yeah, like it's because when his neck goes forward, it folds. So you're not gonna get a perfect representation of what you would want because of wrinkles and stuff. And everyone thinks that Spider-Man should not have any wrinkles. It's a suit. It's gonna wrinkle. It's just when it starts to, look a little weird. Hold on, give me a second. My daughter.
Oh,
I just
okay,
love the suit itself, though. The just the colors of it, and I mean everything too. It's a really good figure, though. I haven't pushed the posing on that because, like you told me before about my Gwen, it's like I'm still a little timid on the Spider-Man figures. So,
well, I'm really stoked that Miles looks like he's got the same costume. I can't wait to get Miles. So,
oh, it was the Gwen, yeah, yep. I got him pre-ordered too.
Let's see. I don't know what I talked about last week, so we're gonna go ahead and go through some of my shots while I lose, whatever. So we're gonna do that. This is a shot I did last week, and I used After Effects Saber plugin to do this saber. I went for more of the Kylo Ren type saber here, though. That kind of
crackling,
sparkling, that crackling. And I reutilized
my safe house too, right? That's your Navarro safe house, right?
Yeah. I have him like he came out like he just finished, dealing with whatever's in there, and he's like ready to deal with whatever came outside too. So, I was really happy with this. I think I probably used the wrong color grading though. It's a little dark. Maybe I should have done a little bit brighter. But what do you think, Harold? What do you think it could be done better?
No, I mean, I think it looks. Because I know you like to go for a darker tone on a lot of things too, and I think it looks. I mean, it's brighter than what you would probably like normally do, and I actually like it, and I like the saber and the color that's like cast on his body.
Yeah.
And all the way up to his dreads too. I mean, it catches all the way up there too, just like a nice soft light up on the top. But no, I like that. I like that a lot.
Rock on. All right. Obi's asking, do I have a video on how to do sabers? I haven't made one, but I've recently started using After Effects to make my sabers. So do you have After Effects? If you don't, it's kind of pricey to go that route. I already had it, so that's why I'm doing that, because there's a free plugin for After Effects called Saber. And in order to do like a straight up lightsaber is real easy, because when you do Saber, when you use the Saber plugin, it just gives you a default blue Saber line when you turn on the plugin, and you can put that line wherever you want. And then later on, you can just go through the options panel and choose the colors and or the type of Saber design you have. So, that's just a matter of putting it on top of your lightsaber that you already have in the hand. And you do that as a separate layer. You don't put this effect on your main picture. So when you bring in, I don't have After Effects on this machine, so on another machine. That's my editor over there. This could probably do it, but it doesn't like it. So otherwise I'd bring it up and show you guys what I'm talking about. So what you do is you bring in a copy of this picture, the same size. You don't want to play with the sizes or anything. And then you make a new solid layer in After Effects, which is much like you can do in Photoshop. Make a new solid layer. That's a black layer. Switch that to screen. And then you go to your filter. If you have the plugin for Video Copilot Saber, which is free, you can download it for free. You go to filter, you grab that filter, you turn it on. So basically you'll add that to your new solid layer. That filter goes on that layer, not on your picture. And then once you have that on there, you can play with the colors and the options to your heart's content. And you can, of course, just move the mouse over and put the saber where you want it for a regular straight up lightsaber. So it's pretty simple at that point. Once you're done getting the lightsaber effect the way you want it, in order to export it to Photoshop, because Photoshop handles picture colors better than After Effects does, you want to bring the lightsaber effect back to Photoshop. So with the solid layer selected with your filter effect on it, you're going to go up to the top for After Effects and go to Composition, and then I'll open it up over here so I can get the right term here. Hold on. I should have done this while I was talking, but so you go to Composition, and then I'm gonna have to wait till it's open. I don't remember what it's called.
Well, Maz, I gotta head out. I gotta be a dad, and
what?
put my daughter to
What is-
sleep.
What
She
is this
doesn't
dad
want
thing
Lou.
you speak of?
Well, listen, all your kids are older than me, okay? So it's all right.
I only had the one
Fair
kid, and he's
Fair
he
enough.
called me on Father's
Yeah.
Day, and that was all we had to do. So.
Yeah.
But all right, Lou, thank you so much for coming in tonight, man. Is there anything you
Yeah,
want to
man.
make sure we know about before you go?
Yeah, I want to say Thursday. I'm going to have a comparison / overview look on this Spider-Man with all the other 7 Spider-Man that I have in my collection that are Hot Toys related. That's pretty much it. That's going to be my first live video. It's going to be a live
Rock on.
comparison. So,
So
very
wait,
cool.
what time are you doing that Thursday? Because I know Brothers Cousins got a stream Thursday.
it won't be
evening.
late. It'll be early. It'll be early on.
Okay.
It won't be
All
late at all because I won't have time.
I'd offer to pop on with you, but I got to go to the store to pick up my Mall and my Spider-Man that day. So he's doing to come in. The Mall is doing to come in Thursday. So
Yeah,
as soon as
dude.
he lets me know it's there, I'm
Yeah, just
popping
let
down
and
over
even let me know when you're going on, just in case, and I'll try to
Yeah.
be there for you.
Worst case scenario, it'll probably be super late, if anything.
there. If it's late, hit me up, man. I'll come on for you if you want.
And that's actually better for me sometimes than with work, so that's
Yeah.
cool.
Sounds good. Yeah, because it's Thursday night. It'll probably be like after Brother Cousins or something like that.
Okay.
Just a live overview.
So during Lael stream, then
No,
gotta watch out for that too.
no, because it's not going to be long. It's going to be a short stream. It won't be something
We can watch
That's-
multiple streams. We all do it. It's all
we
good.
all do, we all do it. See, here's the thing. We only
We
can
cheat.
we only can do as much as we allow ourselves to do. And if it's just, one and done, whatever, or rescheduling, whatever the case may be, you do the best you can to make it fit. And sometimes things don't work out that way and you overlap. This community is growing. Everyone is trying to put their carbon dating footprint on it. You know what I mean? They want to make sure that, they do what they can and the time frame, and everyone usually has similar time frames. So,
Yeah.
you can't win them
All right.
all.
All right. Well, Thursday, man, I'll be on the lookout for you. Man, hit me up and I'll see if I can tune in. If not,
Yeah, man.
I can maybe even pop on. Depends on what time it is. So,
Yeah.
if you want me. So,
Yeah, for
it'd
sure.
be
For
awesome.
sure.
I'll
It'll
check
be
it
my
out.
first stream, so I'll be doing StreamYard and I'll be like this. Did I do this right?
There's one time at band camp. Rock on, man. Rock on.
But nice hanging out with you, man. I'm just happy to
Yeah, it's
finally
good
get
having
back
you here,
on.
man. Thanks
It's
for
been a
popping
while.
in, Lou.
Yeah, it has been a while.
Um,
Catch you guys on the next one. And don't forget to
All right,
like,
brother.
share, comment, and subscribe to Maz. And like both of their stuff on Instagram, even though he's a stickler and he's perfection. And this is just my opinion. And I gotta stick it to Maz every now and then. But H Green, more rim lights. Okay, more rim
Yes,
lights.
sir. Yes, sir.
I'm killing it, man. You're killing it.
I'm
I
hitting
know.
Amazon right now.
I know. I gotta hit Amazon too.
All
But
right.
guys, I'll catch out. Love, peace, and chicken grease. You already know.
Later, brother.
All right. Thanks,
See.
Lou. Thanks for popping in, man.
Anytime.
Have a great night. So I got After Effects pulled up real quick. So guys, if you remember what I was saying, once you get your saber done, go to composition at the top and you want to go down to save frame as, and you want to select Photoshop layer. And that will make it save. It will have, just your regular black background with the effect on it. And you can, or actually it's already set to screen when you bring it over. So you only have to, it's just a PNG basically, or PSD, but it's got no background. So it just brings over the effect and you just drop that on top and it'll be right in place as long as your file, like your images don't change sizes at any place. It'll fit right on there. It should anyway. It just goes straight on there. You don't have to play with it all. Just boop. So yeah. And then you may want to play with the colors a little bit just for the disparity changes are there. But yeah. But otherwise, lightsabers, that's how you do it.
I mean, and even too, I don't know if you can even you probably can't see it like on the screen, but even this is just a sticker. And then what I found the best thing to do too is to take the blades off of your figure. Don't use those. Just try to line up the whatever effect that you're going to use without that. because a lot of times maybe the blade's not pegged in right, and it might be off a little bit, and then when you try to lay your effect in, it's not going to be straight. But let me just go back here. But all it is like let me see if I can get it to.
It's nothing but white. That's all we see is white.
Yeah, I was gonna say it probably won't pick it up, but like I said, all it is almost like a clip art. Is all it is that
But see, you and I subscribe to different thoughts and theories though, as far as having the lightsaber plugged in. I actually, when I draw these on there, I do have the lightsaber on the hilt so that I know the length and the kind of width I want to go for, and I just draw over it. You know, worst case scenario, if I have to, like when I animate it, because I if you watch my YouTube, I did not my YouTube, but my Instagram, I did a story where I animated this lightsaber. So what I did is I actually ended up erasing it, and I'll show you guys the
doing like a shot with and one without, and then
I had to go back and erase it, but in fact it's right here on the
like a plate shot or whatever, right?
So and I got sound here too. It should play again, I think.
See now and it makes sense too, like especially when you're further out like that and you do see the whole saber. I agree, like it's better to do it that way. I would just use it like especially if it's going to be off screen, at least as far as the end of it, and you're only going to be seeing like a certain section of it, then you don't really need it like in the hilt at that point. But that's just the way that I've kind of worked with them.
Yeah, but here's the behind the scenes for that whole thing here. So I do a lot. I play too much with my effects and my InShot, but I using that same Navarro diorama piece that I had. Got a light there in the back this time, and just having fun with it.
I still need to invest in that fog machine too.
Well, you don't have to get that one, but that's the one I got. I mean, that's just what I went with. So,
well, just in general though, yeah. I mean, I just need to. I need to pick one up.
My next shot this past week was the Spider-Man. I don't know if I went over this one or not, but this is my Advanced Suit Spider-Man until later on this week. This is the only Spider-Man I actually have.
Okay.
And I did this pose mainly because in the 1/6 Republic group, somebody was trying to figure out how to get this pose out of anything, but they were trying to pose one of the other Spider-Mans. It wasn't this one. It might have been the upgrade suit. And I was like, you know what? I'll see if I pull this pose off. And I went over this pose, I think, last week. So I think we went over this picture last week. But in this pose, you don't actually try to crunch up his legs like forward or anything. You want to put them more out and use the swivel of the feet to make it look like he's, squatting. So his legs, like this leg back here, is mainly kind of going out. And then I'm using the twist of the foot and the twist, from there to kind of point back down towards the ground. So he's actually on his foot and not on his knee. Or something.
Plus, it's kind of the illusion of it too. You're not seeing like any super detail.
It's all about the photography angle too. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's all about the your particular aspect.
Yeah, I like that. And that's your corkboard or your painted corkboard, right? Like your asphalt.
Yeah. That's just corkboard that I use for asphalt. Yeah. This one though, this is the one I printed up all these skulls for, man.
That's
you.
That's me.
All these skulls here. These are 3D printed. This is 6-scale skulls that I 3D printed. I got all the same pile. I could have done different types of piles, but I was like, you know what? I could just save time and just print these all out and not have to sit there and piddle around with which one I'm printing now and just keep hitting print and just turn them different ways when I set them up. So, but this is my Hot Toys, Terminator. What do you have any thoughts on this shot while I go grab the guns?
No, and the one thing I love about it is that cotton or your fiber fill or cotton in the background. I really like the way that came out because it definitely it's bokeh out enough too that you don't see any hard edges of it, and it looks like real flames, real explosions.
Yeah, that's just the cotton balls, the cotton balls with the reds and oranges in them, and then I'm using a warm light inside that, and I just felt like the top there of that wall was needing something to make it look something more interesting. and it also
Right.
it needed to pull out the behind the figure more, and just your regular light wasn't cutting it. So I was like, let's try these explosions, and I balanced them precariously on the back of that wall, and it was pretty fun. But
Nice.
yeah, I just got done 3D printing a couple of these. They're now fully cured. I had to run them through the curing machine a couple of times, so now I can have my Terminator dual wielding, and I can like layer different Terminators in the shot by, and I say different, they're all the same figure, but I can layer them separately so that and make them look different by having more than one gun, or dual wielding or whatever. So, but just got done printing these out. I'm pretty happy with that. Painting's gonna be a whole nother thing though. I have to figure out how to paint that. I was happy with this shot though, man. I didn't get the algorithm here really squished this shot. What's up, JB Collection? How you doing, man?
Hey, man.
Or woman, actually. How you doing? And the cool thing too with this one here is the eyes are actually in camera. That's his light up eyes. I didn't have to do anything
sweet.
to those. That's
cool,
how
yeah.
good the lights are in his eyes. But this is a very plasticky looking figure. Lou was talking about it because he was looking at buying one or something, and it was like missing his piston on his leg on the one he was looking at, and he said it looks plasticky. I was like, dude, this looks plasticky. You just have to light it right to make it look metal.
And I think that
and
blue,
even-
like that cool light that you have cast on it too, that actually is what makes it pop and it gives it that metal look to it.
Yeah, because the highlights
Yeah.
here, exactly, it gives you that metal look. But if you look at him closely, man, he's very plasticky. I got the figure right here. I could show you. Not that the camera's going to probably want to work with it, but he's very, very plasticky. He's got no die cast on him whatsoever. So
It's fairly clean too, right? Like,
yeah,
there's no like weathering or anything.
there's his. I got his eyes lit up right now. Come on, focus on him. There we go. This is a great figure, though. These things are really expensive, though, man. Really, really expensive now. Remember to turn off the lights. I don't need to burn out his batteries. These are one of the only figures I keep his batteries in because I actually utilize his lights at least every couple months.
Yeah, and for him to, for it to show up in camera like that, that's pretty cool.
Well, that's why I
Nice.
do it, man. I mean, they just
Right.
show up so well. So, but yeah. So, is there anything you would have done differently for this shot, or?
Not really, no. I think it looks solid. I love it. Yeah, like I said, I like that contrast. I think it was like 1/6 shooter. And that's kind of like what I was going for in my Mando shot, is that yellow and blue light together. Just that contrast looks really good.
Well,
I like
they're
that.
complementary colors on the color
Right.
wheels, so they really
Right.
help bring each other into the shot. Like I did the same shot without the blue light, and I chose not to use it because the blue light really worked
Mhm.
for it. It really, at first glance, I thought, oh, maybe I don't need the blue light, but no. I went back through when I was putting together the picture. And I was like, we need the blue light. It's definitely needed. All right, moving on then. We're gonna skip the Pred Alien. Now, I have two different versions of this next shot. One of them I posted, and the other one I didn't. This is the one I did not post, and I reshot it. There you go. There's the original shot that I took of this. Kratos, which I dug out of a box. I hadn't seen him in forever. I just, he got thrown in a box when I was cleaning out the office, and this is the PS3 God of War 3 Kratos. Utilizing the PS4's Chaos Blades, because those actually came with chains. But this is the original shot. And then when I went back, I was like, you know what? I think he came with another head sculpt, and I want a screaming head sculpt. So, boom. When I reshot it, the whole shot ended up being lighter. So this is the actual published shot. And again, we used Lightroom's Saber effects here on the blades with the Inferno preset to give it that fiery look.
And I know you were saying that you wanted, or you wish you could do it a little bit different or a little bit better, but I still think it looks really good. So
yeah,
far as
on
the
this
flames,
one it's
right?
okay.
Yeah.
On the next shot, we're gonna skip to this one real quick. This is today's shot. This is the one where it really needed some help. I think I I was trying to give it that motion blurry look, and I'm sure there's a better way than what I was trying to do to make it happen. But I feel it kind of came off funny here. But I love the way Kratos looks here. He looks freaking evil as hell. But
the way it's lit,
blades,
like he's lit, yeah.
Yeah, the blades though look kind of weird. And the way this chain is bent because of the wire, it's a little annoying. And Batman's leaned way back like he's trying to dodge out of it. I didn't post the behind the scenes for this one. I did post the behind the scenes though for the other one, so you can see just there's the figure, and I'm going to show you. There's my Pandora's box. Here's the chain. So what I did is I took some thin wire and I fed it through the chains that came with it.
Okay, yeah.
So I could pose it because otherwise these chains just flop around. And then I had to, of course, also, I don't know if you'll see it, but I fed some of that wire in through a little hole inside the actual handle, because if you dropped it, stopped it here at the end of the chain, the blades themselves would just flop all over the place. There's nothing to hold the blade still.
Right.
Hey man, thank you so much. Thank you. Yeah, so here we go. I'm using the 100mm lens, so I'm shooting from way back there, and I'm just cutting all over the place because I'm just having too much fun with this software. You see, I got a white bounce card underneath him to kind of help light up anything coming from the underside a bit. I got a lot of red pointed on his back, though. I got two different reddish orange lights pointing at his back because those, the flaming blades are going to light him up. What was the table with the spiral cord supposed to be? What? I don't know what you're talking about.
What the spinal cord supposed to be?
Spinal cord. Oh, this here? Are we talking about the? Wait, this thing here on the right? Hold on, when it cycles back through, I'll pause where I think you're talking about. This thing here? Because that's not a table, that's the Pandora's box. It came with the God of War 3 Collector's Edition for the PS3. So the game came in this. And it's to scale with the 112 God of War figure, which is awesome. Because if you play the game, he's, it's a big box. So that's Pandora's box. That's why I put it in the shot, even though, it's just a plastic box and it would have kept the game in there and stuff. Later on, I'm going to do some more shots with this guy, though. But yeah. And then, of course, today's shot, there's that. I did know behind the scenes. Although I forgot to mention behind the scenes for the Terminator. There we go. So there's all those printed skulls down there on top of that asphalt-looking, corkboard plate. I have, because I'm shooting this shot for the Terminator in a widescreen format, so that you guys have, possible screen or wallpapers and stuff for your desktop monitors and stuff. I shoot it as much as I can now on the wider, 16:9. Since I didn't have enough background, I put in a foreground element to cut off that. So I got that wall there. And there's the cotton balls here at the top with lights in them. And a blue light over there, And yeah. The haze machine wasn't running at the time I did this video, but it was running earlier. So, and there's the 3D print for the skulls. And the painted version. And yeah, there's the shot. I was really happy with this shot. This is one of my favorite shots I did this week. Between that
and it's the way you have like the skulls like set up too. I mean, it's like you don't really have a ton of them there, but it looks like there is, just the way that it,
Well, yeah. There's not a lot there. I mean, that's all that's there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 piles of 5 skulls, which would be 40 skulls, but it's not enough to fill the scene. But you gotta stagger it and whatever, and it gives you that depth that you're looking for when you're doing it. When you're see, it looks like it's all one big ongoing pile of skulls, which is pretty awesome. I'm really happy with that. So, Yeah, and then again, I mean, I got this shot. This will be posted tomorrow. This is my Terminators are really high one up there, but I really love this shot. I know it's really hard to make out Maul's skull here as his skull, but I think it just the contrast and everything just looks so good. I love it. I love the backlighting on this and just how it spills out into just the different textures on the skull.
No, I think you get your point across on it enough, though. You can see what it is.
Yeah.
No, it looks good.
I really wanted to keep more of this in frame, though. Like I wanted more of the hand with the lightsaber and stuff, but I didn't want the picture to suffer, so I wanted to. I letterboxed it instead. I was like, the letterbox it gives you that this is your focus and this is where we want to live. Much like your Boba Fett shot where I was talking about cropping it. You know, it was a decision I had to make because even though I wanted these other elements in there, you really just needed to solidify where you wanted them to focus at. What were the main? I still got the lightsaber in the shot. It's just you can't tell it's Maul's lightsaber, which is kind of sad. Which is really what I wanted to go for.
And like Harry says, he always tries to do that and have everything a wide screen. He just obviously with his format.
Mm-hmm.
And I like I said, I've just noticed that I do like the look of it a lot better when it's set up like this.
There's several shots this week I would have done that, but like this one, I would have done the widescreen, but I would have cut off almost all the Pandora's box here. I would have cut into Kratos' head here. You wouldn't have seen Kratos, so I couldn't have done it. I mean, this shot he was too high up in the air. It just didn't work.
And if you brought him down too low, like it wouldn't have looked as dramatic. So I think it's like the way the shot setup looks better this way.
There was just no way to do it. But this one I could do it. This one, all the major parts of this were in the shot. But this is, I think, the weaker of the two Kratos shots. I mean, mainly because of the blades. I think the blades aren't selling it. And you can see a lot of that sheen on the Batman's costume, which is annoying. Those are the things that bothered me with that.
I mean, I think it looks fine if anything, maybe just like softening the light behind his cape or behind Batman. So like his cape isn't as lit. But it just depends on where the light source is coming from. So if that's what you want and aimed on it, then that's fine. But yeah, maybe just darkening that up a little bit. But
it was darker initially. I lit it up actually more because I wanted to try to bring the blue back because it was very black looking. Quan, man, you got to run, dude. It's great that you're on here. I appreciate it. Thanks for tuning in, obviously. And yeah, man, catch us on the replay. Much appreciated. And don't forget, guys, if you're not a member already, become a channel member. Get your vote in for this month's wallpapers. If you're a channel member, let me see if I can show you guys real quick. Let me tab over here and then go over. Nope, that's not it. Go over here and go channel. I'm sorry, I'm community. All right. So if you go to the community tab here, you can see what the shots are this month to vote on. These are wallpapers you can get. Now, of course, these are cropped because of YouTube. They're not cropped because of the way you'll get the full widescreen shot here. And of course, you'll also get a cropped version to go on your phone. So it'd probably be, most of the Stormtrooper, all of Mando, and some of the doorway. So it'd fit on your phone if you want to use it on your phone. The other one is this one. This is the other voted for shot this month that you can also go for. If you're a member, you can vote on these things, and then you can also vote for 2 different shots for Loco Lu. So we got 4 shots total you can vote on. Whatever shot wins will be the wallpaper you get for that month. So this is actually a collaboration between Loco Lu and myself. He took the picture. I did a lot of the editing in some direction, and then this is all Lu here. You're gonna get a shot of this Leonardo. If you vote for that. So right now we got a 3-way tie going. So become a member and you can vote. That's all I can say for you. And it's just first tier membership. That's all you need. You become a member and vote. And get your stuff going. Harold, man, what you got going on this week, man?
Oh, not too much. Like I said, I think the only thing I got to do is I have to make, after I get done here, I'm going to make my final payment on my transport trooper.
Yeah.
And then get that on the way. So that I'm getting that from Comic Concepts. So that should be here next week. And then I think I've got my third 501st Deluxe. I picked that one up. The last I had put it just on a payment plan. That one I'll probably have sometime next week too. So yeah.
So you have a third one coming. Rock on, man. Rock
Yes.
on. I kind of wish I'd gotten more than 3 personally at this point, but what can you do?
I'm kind of kicking myself. I might refocus my collection, and I'm kind of digging the prequels and Clone Wars figures that are coming along. So I might go a little bit more heavier into army building, and obviously main characters and characters like Cad Bane that are in different stories, in the Clone Wars and Book of Boba. So
yeah,
we'll see what happens. But then every time something comes out, I'm like, well, no, I can't pass that up, and then I end up buying that anyway. So whatever. Yeah.
Well, Eddie is asking his mom if they ever tried to create a shattered glass effect. His autocorrect. Apparently, I'm his mom now. No, I didn't get around to the shattered glass effect thing. I do need to go back and try to tackle that one. I haven't tried to do it yet though, since that one attempt. And then Bennikin's asking you, Harold. He says, I'm close to selling everything non-prequel. Or I guess it's not an ask, but he's telling you specifically.
Yeah.
Close to selling everything non-prequel.
Yep, man, after my own heart. Like I said, it's like I actually was considering canceling my Queel and Blurg.
What?
But I actually, but the thing is like I really do like Queel, and I think he's kind of a character that you kind of need on the display, especially if you have any Mandalorian figures. And at least with the Blurgs, I mean, they use those in Clone Wars, so I could slap a clone trooper on top of it too. So yeah.
Are you gonna keep them then? Are you gonna go with it?
I'm gonna keep it. Yeah.
Okay. Rock on. Yeah, I'm going with both of them, man. I'm getting both Queel and Mando on the Blurg, even though I have the old school Mando. I'm getting both. I'll have both Mandos. I'll have one Blurg version and one regular old school one, and the Durastil. So
yeah,
can you hear me
it's
standing? Or no?
Just barely. No, I think the thing is I don't think I could ever sell anything. It's like because I bought things because I wanted them, so I don't want to do that. But I think like what I buy going forward might change, but we'll see.
Yeah, I'm
like
really closing down. Are you gonna get? We didn't quite touch on this earlier. We kind of skipped past it, but are you gonna get the new Boba Fett?
I have. Well, I just got the 2-pack, like I've got the one with the throne pre-ordered. So I think this one, what I'm going to do is probably wait until it's released, and then if I have kind of a window at that time that I can just pick him up, like once he's available, then I might do that. But it's not. I have a feeling he's going to sit.
I think he's going to sit because his show just didn't do well enough, and I don't think he's really changed enough to make me want to buy him, even though he's got like the gaffy stick, and my regular one doesn't have a gaffy stick. My throne one, but my 2-pack does. So I can take the gaffy stick from there. I don't know. I just don't feel like there's enough going on with that figure that I need it. He's got a new belt, a different gun belt or whatever, different ammo belt.
It's different pants because he has because the throne one has the baggy pants, and then these
I don't like the different pants though. I don't like the tight pants. I like the baggy pants on him. I honestly like that look better. I don't like. I was never a fan of that pants look. Like he's wearing some jeans. He got some black jeans with, I don't know what he's doing with his dad bod, but I wasn't a fan of it, in the show or on the figure.
And I think the boots are a little bit different too, because they have the original ones from the 2-pack, I think, are on the throne version, and then this one there's more of like a reddish brown color boot, and it's like a different style. It's not split cut either. So that just from that alone, it's like just the care with that, with the pleather boots. I would rather just kind of like not even deal with that one.
Yeah, it's
also
I can't justify the expense right now on that figure. Although he's not that bad on the price. His price tag is not horrible actually.
But no head sculpt either, though.
I thought he had a head sculpt. I thought I saw that his eyes were looking in a different direction or something.
Unless I missed that, but
I don't know.
But that's
I
a
mean,
clone I
how-
could buy instead. Is the way I look at it. See that, and that's basically where I'm changing my idea of like what I want to do, because that could be another variation of a clone that I could buy to army build. So
Yeah, and I haven't even ordered Django yet, and I don't know if I'm going to. I mean, he's an okay figure, but I wasn't a big fan of the character. It just didn't feel like he was represented well enough in Clone Wars or in the movies to make me want to buy him. Yeah, sure, Mace killed him, but I don't know, just a small bit part that just kind of I felt like whenever I saw him in the movie, I felt like he was just a fan service for people like Boba Fett because they couldn't have Boba Fett yet. Just like the timeline didn't work to have a Boba Fett yet, so they're like, let's have Jango Fett just because we want to capitalize on all those people that love Boba Fett. We're going to give them something. That's what I feel like that whole character does in that movie. Bennikin says he's got the assault tank commander in, and he likes it. He says he can literally buy Jango from Hong Kong for what he paid for this.
Oh
wow. Yeah, you see, Toys Wonderland has Alita back up for like less than retail too. I was tempted to buy her from there, man.
Yeah, I've never bought anything from them, but there's just so many times that they have these crazy prices that everybody talks about, and I think it was even the Transport Trooper. I think that was one that was like way under retail of even what it would be here with the shipping. So,
well,
but I had already ordered mine, so
yeah.
So it was too late at that point.
Yeah, mine's already bought or whatever too, so I'm just waiting for my store to get it in. I'm not going to cancel it just to reorder it from Hong Kong. But yeah. So is there any other photos we're going to take a look at, do you think? Is there anything you want me to... Is anybody in the chat, there's anything you want for us to take a look at before we go or wrap it up?
There's somebody out there.
I'm just kind of getting some of the sanding in when we're talking. This
gun, like I've told you before, that's what I need to do is do that while I'm on a stream, because otherwise I just won't do it. So
do what? Sand things?
Just working on a dio, just doing anything like that.
Yeah. I have to figure out what I'm going to do next for a dio. Like, I mean, yeah, I got these guns here, but I just kind of printed these just to kind of make sure my printer was working, to be honest with you, because I was trying to print for my Kratos figure. I was trying to print up like some 1/12 scale columns, like Roman columns, and the print kept failing. And I think the second time it failed was because I forgot to tighten the build plate. I threw it on there and forgot to screw it on. But it's such a mess to deal with, and the way it was printing, it could have failed again. I just didn't want to waste the time or the effort on cleaning off the FEP again. I don't know if I'm talking over your head, but Bennikin, just chilling, talking about figures sounds good to you. All right. I mean, we can talk about more figures, but I don't know what else they're going to have coming out. I mean, when is Toy Fair and Summer Showcase? When is that happening?
Probably July, middle of July with San Diego Comic-Con.
Okay.
I think that Summer Showcase usually starts around then.
And there's speculation that we're going to get some new Marvel characters from the Silver Age stuff.
The comic,
That's what Hot Toys teased at one point there. And then what was this thing I heard about a cigar character? I didn't see that picture.
I didn't catch that. Yeah, I had heard about it, like them talking, or I'd seen them flash the picture in one of the streams, but I was working or driving at the time, so I ended up turning it off and didn't see it.
Okay. All right, most of the sanding is done on that. This is gonna be interesting trying to paint this thing. That's all I'm saying, because I got to give it that wear that this one's got. And I don't know, man. I don't know nothing about nothing to be making nothing.
No, I think just painting like 2 layers of paint and then sandpaper to scratch it away, maybe.
Yeah, but I think I gotta go against my instincts and do a light base coat. So when I scratch away, I get the wear, that silvery wear.
Mm-hmm. That it doesn't go down to the
my
actual,
instinct is to do a dark base coat.
Right.
Eddie is asking, Have you ever sold a figure and instantly regretted it?
I have not.
I haven't sold any figures. I've sold comic books and I've sold music, and I have had that regret. I mean, just because I really underappreciated what I sold back in the day. My comic books, man, in the early 90s, I sold a whole bunch of my books, and I had 3 or 4 copies of Amazing Spider-Man 300 in the box that I sold for $50. That is the first appearance of Venom, and that each one of those would have been worth like $1,000 right now. And I bought 3 or 4 copies because it was a number 300, and it was like at the time I was like ooh, and just because it was number 300, I didn't know that it was the first appearance of Venom at the time. I didn't really think about it or care about that, but that was just some of the books that I sold in that collection. It was just I sold a ton of my X-Men books that are expensive to replace now. So yeah, I have a lot of regrets there selling my comic books, but I have never sold a figure.
I think as well, and as far as figures too, like obviously the Power of the Force line is garbage, and we all know that. But at the time when that's what we were collecting, I thought it was pretty cool, and you put a lot of time going from store to store and picking those things up. And I basically when I sold those, I only sold them for probably $2 a piece. So like what I got back out of it.
Is that what you said?
Figures, yeah, but I mean there were still ones in it that I liked, and it's like just the whole point of collecting, and just going different places
the ones with
with
the little
like people.
Plate that they plugged into the little voice plate.
They had the chips, the voice chips. They had some that had.
I got them all still in the box from that.
Mm-hmm.
Still in the blister pack from that. I think I got a Qui-Gon too.
But like I said, I never would have probably ever displayed them again. But it's just again for what I paid for them and what I got back out of them, it wasn't worth it. I should have just basically kept them at that point. But
hell, my Funko Pop collection, when it comes to what I paid for, what I got out of it, and that's why I won't go back to Funko Pops. They just. The problem is, like, I bought those for the wrong reason. At first, I was buying them because I really liked the ones I was buying. But then as I got into YouTube, I was buying stuff I didn't really care about just to have content. And then I couldn't get rid of it for what it was worth, because, it might be worth something, but you got to find somebody willing to buy it for what it's worth, And of course, nobody wants to buy it for what it's worth. They want the best deal they can get. They're like,
yep.
And then they'll hit you up and hassle you. Sorry, go ahead.
No, that's fine. No, I was gonna say then you have those people that do have a lot of money that will like screw up the market value by spending a lot of money on something, and it's like, oh well, this guy spent this much money on it. Let's put this up for this price, and it's like you really can't sell it for that. So,
yeah, you have tons of people that do that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, exactly, and like especially with the Funko Pops, I bought a lot of those hard protectors. And nobody wanted those. Like there was no, like even when I sold my collections off, nobody was willing to pay me for those. And those are $7 a piece.
Right.
And I was like, man, you at least give me a couple extra bucks for having hard protectors on these? No. Nobody would do that. He was like, dude.
They're only worth using them as a riser now, like for your display. That's what I've seen.
I didn't keep any of them. I didn't keep any of them. They sucked. I hated them. The reason why I had them is because they stacked properly. That's why I made sure to buy those. They would stack, unlike the soft ones. They'd only stack 1 or 2, and then they'd start leaning because they're soft. The hard ones didn't usually lean. They'd stack straight up as long as you were on a table or something. And they would just stack. And that's why I paid that money, because I wanted them to just stack and not be all messed up.
But yeah, I think even as far as like my Hot Toys, I don't, like I said, I don't think unless I had no choice, I probably would never sell anything. And even my Black Series, I've temporarily packed everything up except for my Clone Troopers and Stormtroopers. Mm-hmm. But once I've got to redo a display, and I'm going to get everything back out and have that on display. But that I won't let those go. Those are because like I said, I've learned my lesson from before that I'm not going to do that. So.
Yeah, I spent way too much time trying to rebuild the comic book collection that I had, and I still didn't get some of the key books, like X-Men 100. I never replaced that, and that book, nothing happens in it. It's just got one of those covers that people want, so it's like a couple $100 if I want to replace that book, and I can't justify it. I'm like,
right,
for the chronological order of owning a complete run or whatever, I want it, and it's got a cool cover, it's X-Men versus X-Men. They're about to fight, the old and the new X-Men, like they're squaring off kind of cover, but yeah, I'm sad that I sold it because I don't feel like I'll replace it. Just it's gone. And of course, my Amazing Spider-Man 300s, I haven't even tried to replace those.
I mean, and as far as the comic, it's like when you know that you take care of something a certain way, that that when you try to look for it, you're never going to find it the way that you had it before
exactly.
too. That's another thing. So
exactly. So yeah, it's sad. It's put me in this mindset where like Lou was giving me crap earlier. He's like, you can sell that first Miles for $4,000. I'm like, but I know I might want that again because I like Miles.
And you'll never see it again. Yeah.
I paid $5 for it. It's going to be worth more than $5 for the rest of my life, regardless of where it's going to be. It's going to be worth more than I paid for it.
Right.
So when and if I'm dead or I need money, I can sell it then, and it's going to be graded. It's at CGC right now. It's going to be graded, so people aren't going to be like, oh man, it ain't 9.8 or whatever. It's 5 and try to No, the grade will be right there on the book.
Yep.
Like, argue if you want, but grade's
read
right
it
there.
And weep. Read it and weep.
But yeah, it's hard for me to part with anything, man. I don't buy figures like that. Like not to knock Lane, but I mean, he buys figures and he'll flip them. I don't know how he does it. I really don't. If I'm committed to buying a piece, I'm committed. I mean, I want the piece. That's why I'm buying it. I'm not buying it with like, ooh, this is going to be FOMO. I got to have it. No, I want it.
I just don't want to deal with the selling process and deal with issues and people making claims and stuff like that. So
I had to deal with that process when I sold my Funko Pops, man. That's why I ended up taking them to a shop and just sell them in bulk, man. Because people be like, oh, let me get all these pictures of them and can you do any better? And like, what's the price? And is that with shipping? Of course it's with shipping. Not with shipping. I got to weigh it to give you shipping. Can you give me free shipping? I don't want to. I paid more than you're asking now for me to give you this thing for. And it's just a hassle. I didn't want to deal with it. I ended up going to my Funko Pop stores and just offload them. I lost like $1,000 out of it, given what I paid versus what I got in the end. But it was definitely a lot easier to get rid of them than
right.
So I was like, you know what? Whatever, they're gone. And I bought Hot Toys with them. That was one thing I did not have more selling was the pops that I did sell.
The only pop that I probably would regret selling is my Captain Rex. I know the box that I have for him is not mint, but I know I probably, even out of box, it still goes for a decent amount of money. So that one actually might be worth it. Because at one point it was going for a couple $100, so
okay.
I mean, it would be, like I said, a little bit of a return on investment. I think that would be the only one, but everything else is common and not worth anything. So, especially Star Wars, because it was just way overproduced anyway.
Well, I mean, like that first Ahsoka one's worth some money. That LA Comic-Con one or whatever.
Okay.
She's worth some money because nobody cared about her when she first came out as a Funko Pop, and now everybody loves Ahsoka. So
that's true.
So it's pretty crazy when you see that. Benikin says, my previous message about selling, it was if you definitely wanted to sell it now, by the way, not pushing you to sell the book if you don't want to, unlike others. Oh man, I appreciate that. But no, I know Miles isn't going to go anywhere. His book might fluctuate, but in the end, he's going to stick around that $4,000, if not keep going up. He took a dip a few months ago, and he went down to 3, and now he's gone back up to 4. So either way, he's definitely worth a ton more than the $5 I paid for the book. So, I mean, this is another thing. Like when I've had talks with people about because one of the things I'd like to have done is open my own comic book shop. And I always would tell people, I was like, I'd be one of those guys. You'd come in my shop and be like, dude, there's some deals in here because you buy as a dealer, you buy in collections, and you're really trying to get the least for the collections you can. You buy like a whole long box for like $25, right? You pull $1,000 book out of there. Yeah, you could have that $1,000, but it's going to take some time. Or you could put it up there for like $750. and be the guy that has a great book for a great deal. You're still making your money back, and your customers are happy because you're not trying to get like the highest freaking dollar you can for it. You know, you're trying to pass along the savings. You know, that's the way I would want to operate as far as selling that kind of stuff. I don't want to be like, it's worth $1,000. I'm gonna want to sell it for $1,000. Now, as a seller now, with like the limited stock that I have and the fact that I don't go fishing for more stock, yeah, I'm going to want the most money I can for anything. But if I was getting people bringing up collections all the time with comic books and be like, you know, this, that, and the other, instead of having it all in a separate storage facility, yeah, I'd price it to move. You know?
Well, because at that point, now you have a collection, you don't have a store. It's like, because I mean, there's local shops that have toys that I like, figures that I've seen for probably the past 6 or 7 years that are still there, because it's like they've got them priced way too high and nobody's willing to pay it. So it's like now you're not really actively trying to sell it. You have it there. It's
I ran into that the other when I was out of town. You know, I went to this shop. They had the Mafex Alien figure, and they wanted, you know, $100 for it, which is about what it sells for, but it's in the wrong market. It has been sitting on their shelf, and I know this because their price tags tell you when they put it out there. For over a year, it's been sitting on the shelf. I was like, "Can you do me any better than what that price is?" And I'll buy it today for like $75. He's like, "No, I don't want to move on it." Well, it can sit here then. You know, I can buy it on Amazon with gift cards or something, and pay that money and have it. Why would I help you out if you want to help me out? You know,
and they don't want to pay their rent. It's like, come on, I'm trying to help you out here.
I mean, they're just sitting on the product, man. So if you're just sitting on it, then, you know, and I want to make a deal, you should be making a deal and be like, you know, maybe I'll spend more money. You know, I'll be compelled to come back and buy more things or something.
Exactly.
You know, they didn't want to do that, and I didn't buy the Mafex. And one of the reasons I didn't want to pay the full retail is because I saw mixed reviews on the figure as far as its, you know, the way it handles, whatever. So I didn't want to spend that full money in it. Bennikin says, having a comic about a character you love that is worth insane money is probably worth more to you emotionally than the insane money. Dude, yeah, I'm right there with you. I like the feeling of knowing that I have something that's worth something, but I usually have no intention to sell it. I mean, right now, I got that Fantastic Four 48 sitting right there, and you know what? I'm just happy with it sitting right there. It's a $4,000 book. It's just sitting there. I have no intention to sell it. I'm not even a huge Fantastic Four fan, but I like my Silver Surfer. And that's his first appearance. You know, I'm not even a huge Silver Surfer fan. I just like him. I mean, he's like on that like level. He's not on a love level like Hulk or something. But I like him. You know, it's just a good key to have. You know, I bought that spur of the moment for $400 5 or 6 years ago. It's now $4,000. So, what's up, Luminara? How you doing tonight?
Hey, Luminara.
We just kind of divulged into shooting the shit about all kinds of stuff. So it's cool that you're here. If you got any pictures, if you want us to look at or something, Luminar, let us know. I know you got some great. I should go look and see about your storm. I want to take a look at your storm.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say she had that posted, the storm. Yeah,
I know she had it up on her thing. Oh, she got the Valkyrie up. That's a good Valkyrie looking figure too.
Oh yeah,
that third party Valkyrie. But I think it was mentioned on Nate's show that you know, there's like people hiding, you know, like just scouting Hot Toys releases, and that's why we're seeing a Valkyrie, because with Thor Love and Thunder we're probably going to get a Hot Toys Valkyrie. So this third party is probably just jumping on front of Hot Toys.
No, and they've all worked for those companies like together, so the ones that have left Hot Toys are probably the ones working for these third party companies anyway, so they obviously know people and they probably get info somehow. So yeah.
But Lumi, I'm checking out your pictures you posted of Storm 7 days ago. The 3-pack. That's a great custom. I love it.
Oh, and I didn't like it before, but that golden armor Wonder Woman with the one outside. She said, because she told me about, because I always take my shots outside, that she said she's going to start taking them outside. So
what do you got around her neck though? It's like an American flag or something? What is like that around her neck?
Handkerchief of some kind. Yeah.
Handkerchief or some kind?
That's cool.
The lighting is great on her, but I don't know what that is on her neck. And I don't want to bring it up here because she didn't tag my stuff to show it or anything. So I don't want to just pull it up in front of you guys and go over it. But really nice. Really well done.
I like the lighting on that It's really nice.
Mine's still upstairs. She won't come downstairs until I get my Maji cases, which should be here soon.
I know. I got to get.
They're
on
on the
that,
boat
too.
or at the port somewhere around there. They're supposed to land in the port this week, I think, or next week, and then they come out from here. So, American flag for Kingdom Come. Okay. All right, rock on. Yeah, I love that figure, man. She's gorgeous. I only did the one photo shoot with her though, because again, I don't want to run her up and down. Right now, she's kept upstairs because that's where I have the room for the wingspan. And I don't want to run up and down the stairs with her a whole bunch of times, putting her away, taking her
Because
out.
you know it's going to happen.
Just begging for her wing to catch the stairway wall or something and just snap off, or me to drop her or whatever. But Bennikin, there better be a Maji case build live stream, dude. As long as I got somebody else to help read comments to me so I can answer them and stuff, yes, I will live stream the entire time.
Oh yeah, we'll do that.
I do have a lavalier microphone, so I can be away from the computer. I may not hear though too well. I might have to get some wireless headphones or something by then. But yeah, the plan is to live stream the whole shebang, man, just from start to finish or something, man. We're gonna put them right in that corner here where this shelf is now. I think that's where we're gonna put it. Because this shelf here has got wheels. I made sure to put the wheels on the bottom, the track wheels or whatever you call them.
Oh, the casters, yeah.
Casters, yeah. I put casters. I got 2 of these shelves when I bought them. I put casters on both of them so I can just wheel them out of the way when the Maji cases get here. Just whoop, unplug it from the power for the light. All the figures are then moved out of the way. The shelves moved out of the way. Everything's out of the way. I can start building, I'm pretty excited about that. But yeah, we'll do a live stream. Definitely. We'll definitely do it. And I'll try to I have 2 cameras, so I'll try to get both of those set up. And hopefully we'll get that wish. I was reading Luminar's thing. Get that going. Luminara, make time when you can have time. Isn't that a race?
That's what he taught me.
Yeah. Just not, because like Harold, man, his big thing is I'd be talking to him and he's like, yeah, I just wanted to quickly get this done because, and I'm like, why are we rushing, man? Find the shot, man. Don't just click the button and shoot, man. Just find the shot. Just take your time. If you ain't got the shot, that's fine. Come back to it later. Just, you ain't got time to work it out all one day. Just, and then for Instagram, you want to just take as many shots as you can and maybe stockpile some. Like my shot tomorrow, I took Friday, Thursday. I took last week. Dude, she took her inspiration from
that's
you.
That's what she would always say. But yeah, no, I appreciate that. But I don't know why. I know like a lot of people don't like to do it, but I love working with the light and especially like with the light through the trees and the atmosphere aerosol and just kind of the things you can do with that. And I just feel
There's my only shot I've ever done
that.
outside. That's my only hot toy outside shot. That's it. That's
now
all
my only indoor lighting shot that I think that I've done that I've actually been really happy with is that Mando shot that I just did that I posted today. That's like shot, the first. Man. That's the first one that I'm like, okay, that's something I feel like when I look and try to compare to yours and just like looking at the lighting and the way everything's set up. I felt really good about that one. So.
Yeah, man, just buy a whole bunch of the smaller lights and just go to town, man. Just have fun with it.
I need another gooseneck too. Yeah, I gotta get.
Did you buy some of the ones that Trevor and I got? Like those?
Yeah, I got the one that I have is the same. Yep, I just got.
I got 4 of those. I still need more, man. I'm still always looking for. And I just broke one of my stands too. I have like a cheap stand that came with some of my. I think it came with one of these, and I was trying to get and move the gooseneck from behind the table because I've set up my printer and stuff over there now, so it's got less room to get behind the table now. And I knocked over the other stand and stepped on the dang foot and broke it off. I was like, damn it. So, yeah. With this shot here, this natural lighting, I actually held a piece of board over his head to cut the sunlight off because this is like high noon. So I didn't want the sun just bleaching him out. So I got the sun hitting the back of his head to give you that rim light, but I got a board over the front of his head just to kind of, put him in a little bit of shadow, just darken that up, so it's not bleached out with the light. But yeah, and of course I blew my vape for that smoke/fog effect, which was fun to try to do in natural settings and not indoors where you can control where the wind goes and all that stuff. So that was fun. Using fishing line here to keep his hands tied together to hold the cup that I 3D printed before my 3D printer broke, and since I've fixed it. But
and I just sent you one too, just as far as like an outdoor shot too, that I kind of more or less what I like, and again, and what you can get, and just that more natural lighting, and yeah, that's like one of my favorite ones. Is and maybe not even the pose is perfect and not everything, but I love the light.
that is nice, man. I thought I'd seen this one before, but I just now liked it, so that's weird because maybe I saw it on Facebook and didn't see it on Instagram.
I swear that I thought you already had. I thought we had already talked about it before, but
Yeah, I thought so too, but
Yeah.
I just now liked it. I saw that I didn't have a like on it, so. It was,
and
it's
again,
cray
not
cray,
that you
man.
can't do that lighting in the back and have it backlit where the light shining through, but the sun, I just kind of caught that at the right time, and
I love it. And then you got some of the lens flare coming through too, which is nice. You
Mhm.
get that's where that green color is from, is that lens flare
Yep.
peeling off from that. So that's really nice. I like that a lot. One thing I would have done is added a bounce card over here
Right.
just to kind of brighten up the front side of them a little bit more. But Luminar, you only printed one custom head sculpt? I haven't printed a head sculpt. I've printed up skulls. This is my newest skull I printed, was a Darth Maul skull. And I don't think you were here for this. We're going to go back to this real quick.
Now, is the
printed it up.
resin too? Is that a lot smoother? Like, you don't have to do as much prep work before you paint as compared to like the filament, right?
Oh yeah, typically yes.
Okay.
But there's the Darth Maul skull Luminara in action. That's what I printed it up for. This is a Figure Flex Friday / mashup picture, but Lou told me earlier today he's going to vote for my Kratos one.
Nah, I like this one.
I think this is phenomenal. But yeah, I can see where you're talking about. You kind of lose the Maul unless you're looking at it, unless you really know what that is. But I think the picture though itself is just beautiful. I really I have my pictures set up on my lock screen to go cycling through almost like a screensaver, but it's during the lock screen. So the screensaver wouldn't be the same, but when this comes on, I don't bother to unlock my computer. I wait for it to go off. I'm like, I like this picture. Just everything about it is great. The paint,
Yeah, but with the background though.
Sorry, background what?
No, I didn't say just with the background. It's a Star Wars related. There's the Predator there, so you can. They'll see them all and realize like what you had, or what it is.
Well, I had to use 3 different walls because I didn't have enough to go. I mean, this is not big enough to fit in that widescreen shot, right? So I had my typical cinder block wall here, which is, I only have one of those. So that's every time you see it, it's the same wall. And then I have another one with like a tile wall here. And it's just, so that's why I kind of let that one kind of get really dark, because I didn't want you to see the distinct differences between the 2 different types of walls, or actually 3. But yeah. Yeah, the horns, they can give it away, but it depends on your view here if you can see them well. But if you look at the paint job, like for real, like on the actual thing, it's not quite as clean as it looks.
Right.
Which is sad. It's really hard to paint, man. I had to, and the really crazy thing is I was trying for 2 different looks. Because Maul, I looked at the actual head sculpt for Maul, to get his markings right, but where is it? I saw this comic book artwork with Maul, like a skull Maul that I really, really liked more, and it wasn't legit Maul though. What did I do with it? I know I saved it. There we go. I don't even know what this book is, but so like on Maul himself, like the figure, this part is all black here. Because each part, like this one's black, like as it is here, and this one's black as it is here, around the horns. But this all area should be black. But instead, on this picture, they did this red with the black stripe, and I really liked this stripe, so I was going for that, man. You know, I was just like trying to pull that out, but I didn't have the control. But I saw this skull and I was like, I really like this. I don't even know what book this is. I make boys cry. I have no idea, but it was such a cool skull I found of Maul. I was like, ooh, I want to use that. So that's what we did. We lost Harold. He fell off the planet, guys. Thank you, Eddie. Thank you. Appreciate it. But yeah, all I've been printing right now, Luminara, is skulls. And I did recently print for my Terminator here. I printed out more guns. I'm gonna try to paint those out so I can make them dual wield. So these are the same size. If I pull out this gun here, it should be the same size, thereabouts. I took my calibers and measured the length of it, and then I took the model that I found on Thingiverse, which was free. I took that model and I made them the same length as what I got this gun. Come on, keep standing. He doesn't want to stand. There we go. So let's see. The one might be a little bit bigger. Yeah. They're a little bit different in size. I mean, they're not quite 100% accurate, but it's close. I guess you can see it more from this side, but I can hold it straight.
But yeah, that still looks close enough.
Yeah. It's not bad. It'll work. It's good enough for government work, right? So this is the legit Hot Toys one. This is the ones that I made. And one will be in the offhand, so one will be focused more than the other. So, or I can, worst case scenario, I'll use both of the printed ones on the one where I'm using the dual wield,
Yeah, so they match.
I print it too.
There you go.
When you're printing with resin, I always find it's safest to print more than one thing of what you want, in case, not that it happens often, but in case it gets stuck to the FEP, or you had a smudge of where you printed it at, it didn't print right or whatever. And besides, the usage of resin is negligible when you're talking about something like this. It's just so. Yeah. Now with these skulls, on the other hand, these skulls use a lot of resin because I didn't hollow these out, so they got some good weight to them. Yeah. Anyway, H Green, I think we're gonna wrap this up for the day, man. I think.
All right.
Unless you got anything else you want to talk about.
No, man, I'm good. Like I said, I'm just happy to have a chance to get out at a decent time, and I try to make this a kind of a usual thing if I can. And
dude, I'd love to have you back more regularly, man. It's been a while. It's been a long time.
It's the heat of, like I was telling you, the heat of the summer with the job. My boss is like saying, when it's too hot, trying to keep the days a little bit shorter. So I'm like, hey, no take backs. So I'm leaving early on Tuesdays. So we'll try to make it work.
Hell yeah. Dude, Noble Young, dude, are you there? What's up? Later, man. Eddie, we'll try to
Later,
have a
Eddie.
night. Guys, if you haven't hit the like button yet, please hit the like button. Please subscribe if you're not already subscribing, and leave a comment if you're watching this on the replay. Luminar is asking if we're going to NYCC. I don't have the money. I just pre-ordered Anakin, or bought, I guess, because he's in stock. I just bought him from Sideshow, so he was $400. And I probably shouldn't have, but I did it anyway. I really wanted them for parts. I wanted them to try to put them together with the Sideshow one I got ordered. But I'd
like to go.
Yeah, it's too far for me. I can't get out there, but maybe in a couple years we'll see. Not anytime soon.
Right.
Eddie says peace. But guys,
take it easy, man.
Make sure you hit that like button. Subscribe if you're not already subscribing. And if you're not a channel member already, look into that so you can get a shot at voting for this month's wallpaper and getting a wallpaper sent to you at the end of the month. Whatever you voted for, hopefully, it will be the one that wins, and then we'll send that to you. And if there's an event in the event of a tie, I don't want to make this a habit, but what we've been doing is whoever voted on whichever one gets that wallpaper. So, that's what we've done for the last tie, because we had a tie last time. So, but yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching. I think I'll be on Brothers Cousins Thursday. I don't know. I haven't really talked to him about it yet, but typically I'm there, so we'll see. With that, guys, again, thank you so much for watching.
All right. Thanks,
Maz.
Maz.
Next time.
All right.
Thanks for being here, H Green. Appreciate it.
All right.
Or
All right,
Panda
man.
Green.
Good night.
I'll get it right.
That's all right. Everybody's got to get used to it.
Right. All right.